Hello, hello! Hey, hello everybody. Hello Ikamone. Hello Pin Cotton. Happy Friday. Another weekend. Man, December is going by fast. We're almost at the holiest of days when the aliens descended and they brought upon us gifts from above and said it's Christmas. Just do this every year or something. I don't know. But I hope you all had a wonderful week. Hope things went well. It went by pretty fast this time. Last week felt like a drag. This week went by pretty good. And I hope you all had a good time, did things you wanted to. I chilled. The new Pokemon, the DLC, the Indigo Disc came out. So I started playing that yesterday, played a little bit today. I haven't even touched the story yet. I'm just going around catching everything. That's been fun. I recently discovered an entire album on YouTube just called City Pop Essentials. I really like the genre City Pop, I found out. It's hard to name any one artist, but it's just catchy stuff. Like I said, I like a good beat, I like a little bit of funk. It's up my alley, so that's been a good time. It's still green as heck where I'm at. I was hoping for like a little bit of snow. It's getting frosty, but nothing crazy. What is the album called? It's just called City Pop Essentials, but it's just a bunch of Japanese city pop, which I guess was like a big genre, 80s, maybe 90s. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a bunch of fun stuff. It starts off with one called Telephone Number, and just immediately Telephone Number is a bop. I like it. It's a good time. Also, I forgot to mention this when you asked last time. There is another band I kind of got into. There's a VTuber named Hinobobina, and one time they were streaming and they had a song on called Cult of Dionysus from a band called The Orion Experience. I've been listening to their album on and off, Cosmic Candy Girl. And that one's pretty good. Also, just more funky beats, the kind of stuff that I can get down with. Pretty solid stuff. I thought I'd mention it. It slipped my mind because, my mind kind of goofy, which is something I'm going to get into in a second here, actually. But first, we're back with Final Fantasy VI. It's been a little bit of a week, but not too long. Last session, we wrapped up Sabin's little side excursion, his crazy, wacky adventure. We met Gao, the wild child. We met Celes, the Imperial Knight, who switched sides after being called a traitor. We fought Kefka valiantly, and although I almost blew it entirely, I managed to survive using keen strategy and a lot of luck, which was pretty cool. Terra interacted with the Esper, and she herself turned into an Esper-like creature and screamed across the sky. Just straight up screamed across the sky. A lot of screaming. We did some side stories. We learned a little bit about Shadow. It appears he was a man named Clyde. We found out why Locke is so determined to be like a heroic, chivalrous type towards women. It's because a girl in his life, Rachel, has essentially succumbed to death. And I mean, like, it's a little weird, not gonna lie. It's a little old school, old fashioned. He's keeping her body suspended in animation in a basement with promises that he's gonna revive her somehow. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not gonna try to, like, ruin the moment for the guy, but that's a little weird. He should probably move on. Maybe we'll help him get that closure later in the game. We learned about Edgar and Sabin's backstory, how their father died most likely of poison by the Empire, and how both were supposed to rule Figaro, but Sabin couldn't handle it and decided to leave the world of people to go live in the mountains and learn Kung Fu. And this was all based off of a coin toss, which the coin toss is important. That Edgar, he tossed the coin up and decided that Sabin could leave based off the results. And then we got to Zozo, which wasn't an incredibly difficult dungeon. And we definitely didn't almost die in Zozo and have to retreat so that we could go buy items and stuff. And my controller definitely isn't being hyper obnoxious right now and continuing to reattach. It's going great. So there it is. See, it's perfectly fine. With that said, and I don't think this matters too much, but let me get the music going here. This is for my own personal mental well-being, but I'm gonna play some funny Kefka music for a second. So, I would never like. I have strong opinions about games, and I hold to what I say. However, in the first stream I did of Final Fantasy VI, I may have said that the Final Fantasy Legend was a game made exclusively for America, and that it was awful and horrible, and I didn't really like it. Not a whole lot of people liked it. What I meant to say was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I didn't mean to throw shade at Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy Legend. And I just wanted to rectify that, have it on the record that it's Mystic Quest. Everything I said applies to Mystic Quest, though. Mystic Quest kind of sucks. Sai did come in and say the soundtrack is good. I gave the Mystic Quest soundtrack a re-listen. It is pretty good. It's not a Final Fantasy soundtrack. It doesn't sound anything like Final Fantasy music, but it is pretty good. That is the one good thing I'll say about Mystic Quest, is it has a good soundtrack. However, a fun time to talk about the 80s and 90s when it came to video games and how Japan viewed America, though. A neat little factoid I can bring up is that the Final Fantasy Legend, the Final Fantasy Legends 1 through 3, were actually not even Final Fantasy games, though, because they were a game series called Saga, S-A-G-A, which I think Saga's okay. It's not terrible. I really like Romancing Saga 2 and 3, and I planned on streaming Romancing Saga 3 at some point, because it's a pretty solid JRPG. But for some reason, Square Enix was like, yeah, no, they won't buy it. They won't like it because it's different. So what if we just call it the Final Fantasy Legend and we rebrand it and call it something completely different? Which is probably where it got confused in my head, because it also has weird history when it comes to releasing outside of Japan. But I just wanted to set the record straight for my own sake. I lost so much sleep over this, believe me, even though I don't think it's that important. Just wanted to get it out there. Mystic Quest is what I meant to say. Final Fantasy Legend is okay, but it's actually also a series called Saga and has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. With that out of the way, I can now rest easy. I will be retiring after this stream for that era, though, and I will be returning back to the Netherlands to resume my job as a cheese maker. So, this is the final stream. We're not even going to finish Final Fantasy VI. It's over. I'm going back into the witness protection program. Nah, but I just thought I'd get it out there. I wouldn't want to say something or have such a strong opinion and not say it correctly, so I just had to get that off my chest. But let's get into the game. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's get into the game, though. Let's see, so... yeah. Netherlands, yeah, I mean, they make cheese out there, I think. Probably. I mean, yeah, they do, of course they do. I would know that, because I did that before. Part of the deep lore, actually. I left my cave for a whole 3 years to make cheese in the Netherlands. Seriously. Look it up, it's a true fact. Probably. Anyways, so we're outside, we're healed, but I thought I'd take some time. We have a decent amount of gil now, so what I want to do is I want to go head down to Jador, and I want to go see what we can get in Jador right now. Maybe stock up on items, not be like completely hopeless. Oh, you know what I forgot to do too? I was gonna set up some keybinds so that I could do Sabin's abilities that require the diagonal inputs, but I forgot to do that, so we're still stuck just using Suplex and his punch attack. Not that it matters too much. When Suplex does decide to land, it does a lot of damage. So, I mean, like, it's still a solid amount of skills we have. But his final super skill, I looked it up just in case, does require directional inputs. So we're gonna have to keybind at some point. Because I wouldn't want to get his final skill and not be able to use it. That'd be really sad. Also, something I found out, or like I knew about this, but I didn't. It turns out it's been like 5-ish years since I played 6, and I've forgotten a couple things. Every character in this game has something known as a desperation move. It's not something I even really see that often most of the times I played. It's kind of like the proto to limit breaks in Final Fantasy VII, or at least how I understand limit breaks work in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, limit break, basically. Although, yeah, I haven't played 7, I know it's the same idea. The idea is that when a character's really low on health in this game, and you use their fight command, I think, there's like a way to activate it. They have what's known as their desperation move, and it's like a super attack they do. And this is like the 4th or 5th time I played Final Fantasy VI. I almost never see desperation moves. I thought I'd mention it since it's fresh on my brain, but we'll be lucky if I pull one off, because the requirements in this game aren't just being low on health. It also requires like a modicum of luck, which I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. I couldn't even name any of the characters' desperation moves. I think I've seen 1 or 2 in the whole time I played it. And then yeah, it would later become Limit Break in 7, where it was more refined. I feel like from what I've seen of Final Fantasy VII, it's a button that you press, or it's a lot more noticeable because the character's name lights up or something along those lines. But here in this game, I think it just happens randomly. They have to be in the I'm hurt and low on health sprite pose, though. So, yeah. Here we are in Jador, though. So Jador actually is a cool map. It has an auction house that we don't really have any need to go to right now, but later in the game, it's going to be a good idea to remember we can come here and compete in the auction house. And I do say compete. The game makes you throw money against a bunch of NPCs, and they don't let up easily. Okay, so everybody can equip the Mithril Shield. As far as people in my team, we don't need headbands. We could use 4... Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna get 3 pieces of ninja gear. We're gonna get a mithril vest for Edgar. I mean, no one needs a headband. And we can get 3 mithril shields, so might as well. Okay. Defensively, we're gonna be pretty set now. Just optimum. 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 Can he not actually equip the shield, though? It said, like, the mithril shield was good for him. Gao. Gao, you little cave monster. Equip it. There you go. It wasn't his optimum equipment for some reason. There we go, the Mithril Shield and Ninja Gear on him. We did pick up weapons exclusively for Sabin and Locke in Zozo, and I swear I didn't plan it that way. It just worked out like that, so that was a nice little bit of luck. Hello, sir. This is Jador, I almost read that as the most town on the world map. Can you believe how much town there is here? Jador is crazy, man. Alright, weapon shop. So, we should only need to get something for Edgar. That sword is just called Forged. I don't know what that... Forged how? Kaiser Knuckle, Kodachi, Full Moon. The Thief Knife is way better right now. And then a bunch of gear for Shadow. Except, again, you don't want to take Shadow until a certain point in the game. Because for most of the game, Shadow just... He'll leave. And it's random. And it's not worth risking. Imagine if I was in Zozo, as far as I was in Zozo, dying, and then Shadow was like, alright, see ya, peace, I had fun, goodbye. I would have not made it. Gao is more useful than Shadow at this point. The poor people have all left here for the mountains to the north. There they've built a town. Oh, he didn't mean that like the poor people as in I feel bad for those people. He meant like the poor people. Wow. And then they made a beautiful town where you don't get attacked on the streets. Bunch of liars up in Zozo. Never can trust them. Like no money. Yeah, he meant like no money. I don't think he has sympathy for them. Unfortunately, he's what you may refer to as the Jador class. See, they're so rich they can have their own Jadors. People in Zozo all live in like a giant community tower and do weird thief conga lines. Jump from buildings. You can't trust them. Okay, so I do remember the hints we got for the clocks. It was seconds hand points at 2, and then 20 seconds. Oh, we might have to redo the clock puzzle or re-listen to people. This region is very class conscious. In the south part of town live the middle classes. The rich folks live to the north. Wow, that's exactly what I want in my Final Fantasy game, classism. A girl wrapped in fire sped off to the north into the mountains. This is the auction house. Bunch of rich yokels inside. I don't know if those two... I don't actually know what a yokel is, so I'm not going to say those two words don't work together. But yokel doesn't sound like the kind of word that should come after rich. Excuse me. Once in a while, one of the idiots from Zozo will wander down here, looking for an easy mark. Watch your wallet. They ain't gonna get me. I'm a world-class lung ripper treasure hunter. They'd never be able to get my wallet. That's potion. Okay. How many potions can I get? 37? I don't need 37 potions. Probably about like 15 of them just because we don't have a healer. Phoenix Downs, we got Phoenix Downs Revivify. Cure zombie status. Oh, shoot, we're gonna be dealing with the zombie status soon, huh? Yokel feels like hillbilly or something. That's what I'm saying. Like, how are you gonna call somebody a rich yokel? Yeah, well... Wait, yeah, I looked it up and it's a stereotype for uneducated country people. Okay, let's read that sentence again then. This is the auction house. Bunch of rich, uneducated country people inside. Old Final Fantasy translations are something special. Old video game translations from the 90s are something special. I guess it's possible. I want to be an opera singer when I grow up. Opera house? It's far to the south. Ooh, I've been trying so hard not to go nuts talking about the opera house. We're almost there. It's probably one of my favorite segments in a Final Fantasy. So earrings, we don't need earrings for the current team. Mithril glove. Cast safe when health is low. Cast shell when health is low. Oh yeah, that's right, I brought this up, but speaking of weird translations, the spell's called protect. And even in later Final Fantasies, it's called protect. It's called safe. I guess, I don't know how Japanese kanji works, or if it was even written in kanji, but I guess you could get safe from protect. But, you know, not gonna lie, safe kind of sounds nicer in some regards. Just maybe a little bit. Like, I don't know, I feel safe. But protect? What am I supposed to feel protected? Lame. Hey, you're not from around here. You look, Did you just say I look, Dang it, I was gonna use that joke. I'm too fast. Dorky. He called me dorky. He called me goofy, But it's fine. I stole a tincture from his little potion pot. Who's dorky now? I win. Some paintings over here. They look very nice. Oh, I can't interact with the bookshelves. Looks like a treasure chest. Okay. Picture of an old urn. Okay, well there's a picture of Ultros down here. What's up with that one? Looks awfully familiar. Picture of a lovely lady. Some armor. That one took Locke by surprise. This looks ancient. It's a bucket. A lamp, maybe? Not just any lamp. 2 lamps. A still life of flowers. They almost look alive. Evil curse living flower photos. Goofy, flowers. Dorky. Gone wild. Alright, we've gotten everything we need out of Jador for now. There's not much else going on here at the moment. Like I said, we could hit up the auction house now. I think it's best to wait just a little bit before you do the auction house. You don't need to go immediately. There's one item that you really want from it, and the rest are kind of whatever. Unless you're playing the GBA version. In the GBA version, the auction house has a couple more items. One of them in particular, I guess I can say, one of the items you can get is the Excalibur, which is a funny version of the Excalibur that exclusively always does 1 damage, and is related to the Gilgamesh quest that's added in the GBA remake, which I thought about doing the GBA remake. But the problem with all the GBA ports of the Final Fantasy Super Nintendo trilogy is that the Game Boy Advance just doesn't have as powerful of a audio chip as the Super Nintendo does, and a lot of the music takes a hit for it. Actually, my favorite example, Final Fantasy IV's song When You're on the Moon, I can't think of the name of it. It's like this really eerie, it uses like a weird trumpet synth kind of sound. And then the GBA version, it can only be described as the butt trumpet song, because it just sounds so wonky and goofy. It's like, and I don't know, I love it. Like, I have definitely unironically listened to the GBA version of Final Fantasy IV's Moon Song, but it's penis music. Yeah, I mean it literally is kind of like the Final Fantasy penis music. It sounds like that. Yeah, it's really goofy. Or like I was saying, it's butt trumpets. It's the contemporary 2 penis music. It's the sister song. There's another good example of that. So Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Great soundtrack. The song that plays... Oh, I got another knife. Let me just see if that's better than the Thieves' Knife damage-wise. No, it sucks. Okay. The song that plays when you're in Bowser's World uses this bass guitar sound. and it's like really fast strumming. It's like, and in the GBA version, once again, it just gets really muddy and weird sounding. So it's like, you gotta love the GBA, and you know, it's a fantastic little handheld. First handheld I ever had personally, but I didn't really know actually because I was just a dumb kid. I didn't realize that like the music wasn't supposed to sound so goofy for a lot of the things I had. We sure have come a long way in less than 20 years, honestly. Blows my mind. I never had one. Aw. That's what it is, though. It's, I definitely just, like, I've said this before, video games kind of just consume my life. I had a lot of different things growing up video game-wise. But, you know what? GBA's okay. The DS is where it's at, though. Not gonna lie, I think Nintendo peaked with the DS, and especially the 3DS. I don't think it ever got better than those. Clock second hands pointing at 30. Okay, so second hands pointing at 30. I should probably write this stuff down. Oh my god, we're being attacked inside the bar. Okay, we should be able to handle these enemies a lot better now. Yeah, look at that. The damage on them is like way down. I swear they were doing more before. To be fair, I mean, like, the only reason you would need a GBA anyways is to play Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak. Most of the games I had on GBA were just ports of Super Nintendo games. And, like, a Wario game. That's a fun little thing to mention. For anyone who's ever played a Wario game, it's crazy how he went from a character who used to, like, lift weights and hunt treasure and was, like, super fit to the funny haha garlic fat guy. I just think it's the craziest transition that any game character's ever made. He was literally, like when you idled in an old Wario game, he would just pull out dumbbells and start doing reps right there in front of you. Dude was wild. He would flex, and he would just be ripped. What a good game. Not because Wario was ripped, but that definitely helped. I would probably play a Wario game at some point. I had a blast with a lot of them growing up. And then I kind of stopped playing when the WarioWare games came out. They're not bad, they're more fun in, like, party environments, which isn't something I am actually too, accustomed to. Anyways, we're fighting our way through Zozo again, just like old times. That guy said the second hand was at 30, I think? I'm already forgetting what he said. Oh, shoot. Oh yeah, we got the drill. And Gao's out here just blocking attacks and retaliating. My nose is pretty stuffy tonight. It's killing me. Sometimes my sinuses just kick in and decide it's gonna be a rough one. Nice. Alright, Locke got a level up. Nice. Yeah. I feel like because I had to evacuate Zozo, it helped me get a decent amount of grinding in. So hopefully the next boss won't be too hard. Received a tincture, and this chest was already opened and stolen from. That's lame. Rusted shut. Okay, so we came all the way up here for one tincture. Nice. Oh, I forgot about the Hades gig asses. Uh-oh. Well, he shouldn't be too hard. Let's just get Gao hovering. Have Gao cast float on himself to become the flying, screaming child. I'm telling you, it'd be terrifying. If Gao came flying at you like that, you just started, like, ripping at your face or something, you'd probably, like, pee yourself. Especially because he probably stinks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they've given him a bath since recruiting him to the party. And he's been living out in, like, the wild with animals for forever. I would just be, like, I would be in shock if I saw Gao flying at me. That's like the ultimate weapon, you know? The returners have the ultimate weapon. It's like an ICBM, but it's an ICB intercontinental boy missile instead of ballistics. Get him, Gao! Yeah, punch him. That'll show him. I have to kill the Slam Dancer first because they have a very powerful fire attack. Also, I guess getting that thief knife was like a really rare occurrence because I've tried to steal from Slam Dancers a bunch since. And I haven't gotten a single knife out of it. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, punch him up. Blast him with the blue laser, the Gal laser. So not only is he flying, but he's also shooting lasers, presumably just like out of his mouth. I imagine he just like unhinges his jaw and goes for it. Edgar and Gal got level ups. What level are we? All 16's not terrible. I think that means they've caught up to Cyan and Celes' level. I believe those two were level 16 when we left. Some of these characters were really low leveled, so it's... oh god. Okay, I guess the Slam Dancer just casts a whole bunch of different magic. That'll probably kill him, but I'm gonna go for the Phoenix Down just in case it doesn't. Yeah, they're dead. Wow, that hurt. Wow, that really hurt my team. Okay, I gotta stop goofing around and make my way towards that boss battle. Heal him up. Try not to waste all of my potions until I get there. Oh, well, I guess worst comes to worst, we've made more gil. We can go back to Jador for a third time. There's a guy up here I want to talk to, just in case. Never mind, I regret it. Oh, I definitely regret it now. Just kidding, it's a preemptive attack. I have no regrets, let's kill him. I wonder if any of these are, like, secretly... like, maybe Rhinotaur is actually secretly good. I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. Wow, that thing is a... oh! Rhinotaur casts, Volt. Okay. Not bad. Couldn't steal. Not bad. Harvester's, gonna get pummeled now. And there we go. Get some GP out of it. Okay, let's talk to this guy up here and hope we don't... oh, never mind. There's just a girl on the ground. You good? I can't talk to her. Hey, dude that's kind of like coming in and out of the house. Oh. This place is dangerous, and don't you dare think about jumping between buildings. I'm gonna jump between buildings. He ain't stopping me. Clock's hands have stopped. Please reset the hour. Did he say the little hand is at 2? Clock's hands have stopped. Please reset the minutes. Well, he's basically asking you to do it. They said the minutes were 30? Please reset the seconds. Seconds are 20. Didn't reset the clock. Oh. I feel like I could probably just, like, brute force this. By brute force this, I mean I may or may not remember the actual answer here. Nope. Well, I want to know what's behind the clock. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to go re-talk to all these... oh. Not with this many monsters roaming about. That's gonna be a lot just to talk to these people. 1 second. What does Whisper do? Whisper's probably also magic, I'm guessing. Yeah, Sam, retaliate. Whatever you do, don't jump out those windows. I'd be really cross with you. I'd be so upset. I would... listen. How do these people live with all of these giants? Like, do the Hades Gigas just come down from the mountains and mess with them? They have clothes on. How are they the lower class slash the poor people if they were the ones that were also like 10 feet tall and could cast earthquake magic? I have a lot of questions for Zozo. I'm very confused about how this society functions. Alright, Locke, what'd you get? Goggles. Heck yeah. I've stolen so many goggles from Zozo. I don't know what to do with them. I could sell them. I feel like they're not going to be that useful, and I'm already out of healing items again. We might already have to make an emergency run back to Jador, just to get some items. Oh, Gabbledygax. Definitely not Gobbledygook, it's Gabbledygack. Welcome to the new dimension. Time Wizard Nelson Mandela has once again done it, and you've transferred to the world where it's pronounced Gabbledygack. Welcome. He's casted his evil dimension-hopping hex. I wonder if I could capture potions off of any of these enemies. Have Sam punch him. I guess just finish him off with some normal attacks. Okay, decent amount of money, not bad. I'm almost out of healing items again. This is crazy. I bought armor. Did I not get a full set of gear for every character? And they're still taking damage like nobody's business. Oh, what's up here? Oh, a shield store. You guys got shields in here, right? Nope. But they do have one whole tonic. Isn't that MP? No, it's HP. Okay. No armor, but we got a nice little tonic. Congratulations, I guess. Weapon store. You know, if one store would still be in business here, I'd be convinced it's the weapon store, not gonna lie. Oh, I really kill for Gao to learn any kind of healing magic. It's too late to go back and grab Celis at this point. But she could also be useful. And Sabin has an AoE attack. Sabin and Edgar should be able to finish most encounters. But either because I'm using a PS4 controller, or it could have been like this in the original SNES version, I don't know. It's impossible to do any of Sabin's commands that require you to do the full fighting game input. It's really making me sad. Get him, Locke! Yeah! How much EXP? Not enough EXP for a level up. Alright, what's in the sword store? Yeah, look at that. That looks like a vendor. Nothing in the pots. The clock has no minute hand, and it's never pointing to the right time anyway. What? The hand's pointing at the 2. Has no minute hand. So, okay, 2 o'clock. That sounds right. Oh god, she's gonna slam dance me into an early grave. Quick, Gao, use Hornet attack. Sting her with your... stinger, just like that, Gao. Good job. Alright, I need to go back out and buy potions. We immediately need to go back to Jador. Okay, so that guy said that his clock has no minute hand, but he also said it's never right anyway, so is 2 not the right time? Meanwhile, the cafe... oh god, not another Hades gig-ass. Vol Mammoth, go! Gonna try and steal another arm guard if I can, but that seems like a rare item too. And then go for a drill attack on it. See, the Harvester's there to make you think, oh, I should attack the Harvester, but he kinda weak. And Locke just got annihilated in one hit. Yeah, the Harvester ain't nothing. Yeah, Gao, keep casting ice magic. It's sadly like one of his strongest moves. I regret taking Gao, you know what? Never change, lie. It's what I do, falls on the... collapses on the floor. Hey girl, let me protect you. Ugh. Oh, I forgot to res him. He really is just doing his best. See, look at that. Sabin can take a hit. What does Soldier do again? Poor Locke. He's just trying to revive the dead corpse of a woman that he couldn't protect. By keeping her with the care of a strange doctor. It's hard being a working class treasure hunter. Especially one who threatens people with lung emancipation like Locke does. I'm not gonna let that go. That line really messed with me. I don't know why I don't remember that. I'm pretty sure the last time I played this game too was the Super Nintendo version. I am more familiar with the GBA version where the translation was fixed up a bunch. But like, Jesus Christ, Locke. You good? You want to talk about it? Okay, and immediately into combat. I took one step! What is the runaway button? Defend, row, okay. Exocyte. I guess we could just keep trying to thief these things. There's a good chance the encounter rate in this version of the game is like obscene also. It happens a lot. Oh, you can steal potions off the vulture. Of course, I should have known that. I should have just titled this stream, We Maybe Finish Zozo Today. We maybe get through Zozo. Man, that boss is not gonna know what hit him when we get there though. He's gonna be like, ha ha ha. I am very strong. You will never beat me. And then we're probably gonna like 2-hit him. Sabin's gonna drill one of his kneecaps, or Edgar is gonna drill one of his kneecaps out. Sabin's just gonna sit there. Alright, Rhinotar mixed with auto crossbow might be enough to get these done fast. Man, I hope Terra's okay. She's been waiting like 2 real-life days and God knows how much in-game time. We've had to keep moving between Chador and Zozo. And this is like medieval times, so you better believe it's like a solid day trip of walking. Although imagine how crazy it'd be if you like left the vicinity of your town, or even your house, and then the entire world just turned into a big map. Took like 3 minutes to walk everywhere you ever wanted to go. Final Fantasy people living in the future. Life would be so much better. I'd say so. You wouldn't even need a car at that point. Alright, see ya. Yes, I'll be careful on the world map. I'll watch out for random encounters. Okay, that's the monkey's paw though, right? So real life is now a world map, and you travel from place to place over the world's map. But you do have to deal with random encounters on a regular basis. We're talking like every 5 steps, something's trying to kill you. You get attacked by a deer, or like a local skunk. That'd be horrible. It would cast like stink on you. You'd come home. Be like, well, I'm home. Oh, what's that smell? Oh, well, you know, I got attacked from a skunk again. What'd you call it? Sorry, I have the old version of the world map where everything's misspelled. Like Dogle or Doger? Wait, no, not Doger. What was the dog name? Something like that. I remember from the last stream, the dog had a really weird name that was just a little bit off. Oh, Fidor. It was Fidor. It was like Doger or something. Oh, little Doger. Final Fantasy is actually just very ahead of its time. It knew the meme was coming. G-Door, more like G-Doge. Haha. Hey, I need to get like a bunch of you rich people to go to Zozo and like distract them with your money or something. Rest at the inn real quick. Fidor is hilarious to me. There's no way that was a improper translation. That dude probably translated Fido correctly and then was like, what if I add an R at the end? That sounds very fantasy. Behold, gentlemen, behold! Fidor! Yeah, it just looks like a dog. But it's not just a dog, it'll kill you! And it jumps at him. Aqua Teen Hunger Force was a good show. Fidor. Alright, potions. Yeah, about 31 potions sounds right. I'll need to get a tent back. Yeah, about like 40-something potions sounds right. I really kind of regret not bringing Celeste because she has Cure. But since she's mandatory for the next section of the game, I didn't want to overuse her. I'm trying to spread each character out. It'll make sense later in the game. But Final Fantasy VI... it's not required, trust me, on my first playthrough I only used 4 characters exclusively. It'll make your life a whole lot easier to balance when you use the characters and using all the characters at the same time. Now, characters not in your party still do get EXP trickled to them. I don't know how much it is. It's not as much as the people in your party. So it's not like by not using somebody you're condemning them to be stuck at like level 10. But with how a system in this game works that we haven't quite gotten to yet, it's much better to swap your party members out regularly. Plus, the game gives you so many characters, you should try to use all of them as much as you can, I'd say. Alright, Zozo for real. So that guy, the first guy, he said, my clock broken, lol. The minute hand gone, and it lies anyways. And then we read that it was pointing at 2. So, it lies. Sabin's got a cool pair of shades on now, which means that it's going to be impossible for him to hit anything. Watch this, he's going to miss. Just kidding. Hopefully the Monk Blitz commands just go through armor is what I'm banking on. Uh-oh. These guys are taking a bit to kill, and we're losing a lot of health already. There you go, good job, Sabin. Don't let the blindness get to you, Sabin. You're still the best guy in the world, and you can hit any attack you try. Ooh, I could give him the sniper's eye, or I could just cure his blindness. Since the sniper's eye fixes... oh yeah, I've got eye drops. My bad, it's not called blind, it's the dark status. Whoops. Gabbledygax. I'll take Gabbledygax over the Hades Gigas's at least. Rhinotar, because Rhinotar can cast that Thunder skill. Okay, I tried again to do the blitz command, but I have a feeling it's just not gonna work. We'll see, I just did it like really fast. Yeah, no, yeah, okay. It's okay, game, I get it. You have very special requirements to do his AoE attack. I could just like, I could go through these fights so much faster with it is all I'm saying. Get him, Locke. Get him, small child. That works. It was someone in here mentioned a clock too, right? This guy. Clock second hands pointing at 30. Okay, is there a clock in here I can interact with, or... Oh, it's just a slam dancer. I like the little battle configurations. You probably know sometimes we get pincer attack, sometimes we start in a back attack, which is where we're on the left side of the screen. Sometimes you get something like that, which is like a reverse pincer, which is really cool. Great people here, he says as he's laying face down on the ground. I guess I could try to brute force the puzzle real quick. I swear I remember it well enough to know that I think it starts with the hand at 6. It was here in the inn, correct? Yeah, okay. I want to say it's... No, I hit the wrong button there. I mean, there's always so many combinations, right? Go back to science real quick. It's like permutations or something. I want to say it's 6, 10, 20? No. Maybe it's 6, 20, 10. Or it's 2. Let's try 2, 10, 50? No. 2, 50. Yep. Ooh. 20. 6 o'clock, 20 seconds, or 20 minutes, 10 seconds. Nope, okay. Yeah, I've got no idea. So one of them looked like it was 2 o'clock. It might be 2 o'clock. It also doesn't seem like it's necessary to do that puzzle. I wish I could remember what's back there. For a puzzle that complicated in an area like this, it could be a pretty solid item. We might have other chances, and the controller disconnected. Nice. Okay, already starting off pretty good. You know, while I'm doing this, let me just... Okay, up left will be... No, up left will be that. Right will be that. Down right will be that. Down right will be that. Okay. That should work. And then input, detect gamepad changes, alt enter. There we go. Good old controller wire not working well. Let's just go fight the boss. I'll have time to go back to this puzzle if I want to. I can also just check to make sure it's even worth my time, honestly. Okay, let's see if this new thing I did works. Oh yeah, it worked! Look at that, we can finally use Fire Dance. That's so cool looking. Man, the monk in this game, Sabin is so lucky. He's got some of the coolest monk skills ever. And it just gets better. Fire Dance is a great AoE, although there will be enemies that are absorbent to fire slash, you know, resistant to fire. It's still pretty solid for most of the enemies in the game. He just has all of the cool skills. Because, like, the only other monks in Final Fantasy I can think of are, like, Yosef from Final Fantasy II. And that was before skills were really a thing. You got Yangfang leading in Final Fantasy IV. What do you say? Girl, haven't seen any girls here. Sorry, just poor people here. No, no woman here. Just us poors. Yangfang leading has Kick. And Kick's okay. It's not, like, the craziest skill. I'm just happy that my idea for getting that to work worked. Yeah, Fire Dance. Burn him up. Cut a rug, Sabin. Hit him with 5 static images of yourself. There's actually no fire involved. It's all just pyrotechnics. Woo! Yeah. Oh, shoot! I just stole Dragoon boots. Okay, so I did mention before, this game doesn't have a Dragoon, but there is the Dragoon boots relic, which you can equip to anybody. However, Edgar and another character have the ability to equip spears. There we go, change his fight into jump. So, technically there's Dragoon, they're just not Dragoon at the same time. Look at all these guys. Just walking in a straight line to go to the, I don't know where they're going, honestly. Alright, here comes the magic. Who's ready for our real fake Dragoon? Yeah, Edgar, jump, get him. He doesn't even have a spear right now, he has a sword, but I thought it'd be fun to show off the Dragoon boots. Kind of purposelessness, but there he goes. I wonder if they had a plan for a Dragoon character at some point. It's kind of weird. Final Fantasy VI might be the one of the only ones in the entire franchise to not have a Dragoon. Now that I think about it, because 2 has one, 3 has it as a job, 4 has a Dragoon, 5 has it as a job, 7 has one. Maybe they just wanted to change it up. Maybe. I mean, let's be honest, what do Dragoons do outside of jumping anyways? I've never really understood the class. If I could be completely honest and real. Be edgy. Yeah, but that's just kind of like by accident. Or spiky, I mean. I was gonna say, the whole edgy Dragoon thing is just an unfortunate side effect of Kain from Final Fantasy IV existing, I feel like. He set the status quo as you have to be edgy as a Dragoon. Not even Rickard from Final Fantasy II is that edgy. I swear it's just because Kain and people like Final Fantasy IV so much they're like, oh, we should do that again. My favorite part's when he, oh, we got another Atlas armlet. Perfect. I can give that to Edgar, and he might actually do a lot of damage from his jumps. See, the joke here, by the way, is that jump is the weirdest mechanic in old Final Fantasies, and every time I tell him to jump, he's never going to come down before the fight is completely over. Raises fight damage. Why not? Alright, so he's got Atlas Gauntlet and the Dragoon boots. He's going to be so useful in combat, you guys have no idea. He's just going to be so great. You'll be like, dang, was that Edgar or the strongest character in Final Fantasy? Because I can't even tell. I might give it to another character later. Okay, what if we just defended and let's let Edgar do it. And she's casting ice too. That's what I get. Okay. Show him, Edgar. Show him what's up. I guess we'll just sit here and wait. You know, look at the clouds. Discuss the weather. Sports. Trennis is on the high again. Give her another chance to cast Ice 2 on Gao. Gao's gonna die. Oh, there he is! He finally did it! And it wasn't even a kill. Thank you, Edgar. I wonder if having a spear... How was the last Trennis match? Well, there was unfortunately a penalty by, Bobby, Derringer. Bobby Derringer, he, on the third, part of the court. Did you see that Rom Johnson got disqualified? No, I'd missed that match, but, I heard a little word on the wind about that. That's insanity, though. Not Rom! I just can't believe that, like, all he did was he did a little shonking before the match. I don't know what's wrong with that. I own all of his playing cards. Whoa, you have the Rom Johnson playing cards? They will be worth nothing now. Or, you know, speculative market, they're gonna go up because now he's like a legacy player, right? You know, it's crazy when it comes to the world of the Trennis trading charts. I'm just in total shock. It's a bad year for Trennis. I'm really hoping they pick it up next year. I heard they're gonna crack down on the regulations though, and there won't be as much fighting on the field anymore like there used to be. But like, if it's a Trennis game without a fight, is it really a Trennis game, is all I'm saying. Ah, man. I'm looking forward to playing Hypnospace tomorrow. We're making solid progress. it gets pretty good. I mean, not that it hasn't already been pretty good, but it gets pretty good. Alright, this is like the 80th Hades Gigas we fought. At this point, like, it's not even a cool thing anymore. It's just like, ah, yeah, there he is. Which one's this? Dylan the Gigas? Can you stop lifting your skirt up and showing me your underwear? Kinda sick of that, Mr. Hades Gigas. And there he goes casting Magnitude 8, just trying to death rattle my whole team. I feel like the damage on Magnitude 8's gone down though, too. See, the music's designed to make you go insane. I'm definitely over-leveled for this boss now, I feel like. Alright, we're almost there. I can see him. Oh my god, please let me just fight him. It's been 18... Oh! 19 years! Rage... Exocyte, I guess? I don't know. Edgar, pull out the drill. Yeah, punch him up. Yeah, drill him up. Okay, cool. He didn't decide to cast Earthquake. Okay, we're at the boss. I'm gonna heal up. We've got so many potions left. There's no way he'll beat us. Here we go. Good day, gentle folks. Can I be of service? I hate fighting, so I better let you pass. And then he attacks us anyways. Dodaluma. Oh my god, I forgot Dodaluma looks like that. Hey, what's up, guys? He's zooming at me. He's like suspended in animation. Suplex. Let's suplex him. He's goofy looking. Use M-Tech armor. And just drill him. That was a pretty good suplex. Oh my god. Why does he look like that? He looks like he just ate the most sour lemon in his life. Like he squeezed it right to his lips. Also, is he spamming potions? Did I break him? Oh. Oh, he's just doing the Gilgamesh, I see. Well, it doesn't look like it matters. Kind of just blasting through his health. Why did he get to spam cast potions and then protect on himself? Alright, Sam, hit with the suplex. We've already done like upwards of 3,000 damage. Oh! He whistled in goons! He used the goon whistle, god dang. Oh, and he's already dead. Did I say I was over-leveled? I think I might be a little over-leveled for this boss. Well, he tried. Victory! We got a headband out of that. Too bad my whole team's already equipped with headbands. Alright, and at the very top, for some reason Dodaluma was protecting this spot. I'm not sure why, but it's Terra. Oh. Terra? Terra? She's scared, you know. Rama? There he is! Mr. Beard himself. Who are you? This girl is your friend? Yeah. Is Terra alright? You call her Terra. Terra? How odd. I call her Slamstick. It's a pretty good name, I know. Oh, uh-oh, now she's running around on the floor. Now she's passed out. She is undamaged, but I fear she can't understand you. As for me, I am Rama. The Esper Rama. The Esper? Esper? But don't Espers live in another world? That doesn't mean we don't live here too. Espers take a variety of forms. Sometimes we live here, taking the shape of humans. You have nothing to fear from us. Why do you hide the fact that you're Espers? Humans and Espers can't survive together. But my grandma told me that Espers and people once lived side by side. Was that just a fairy tale? No, that was no fairy tale. That was true. We started out as friends, but then the humans wouldn't share their Oreos even though it was a large-sized box. Then along came the War of the Magi. War of Magi? Oh god, the old man is rambling again. And that reminds me when I met my first love. Her name was Bismarck, and she was a whale, you might say. It took place long ago. Espers fought humans who were infused with magical power extracted from Espers. Oh, here he goes. Oh, jeez. Alright, you might want to get up and take like a 2-hour break. Fearing our magical powers would once again become a target, we fashioned a new realm and moved there. Just casually dropped that they made an entire new realm. About 20 years ago, humans stumbled upon it. Humans who knew about Espers and the secret to Magitech power. Thus began a hunt for Espers. Only in this way could Emperor Gestal create his invincible army. We lived in a spooky cave. In response to this, we erected a doorway and threw the humans out. Even as we speak, many of my kind are trapped in the Empire's Magitech research facility, being drained of their powers. I fled here to avoid a similar fate. I said, sayonara, suckers, have fun being sucked up by the Empire. I'm out, I'm going to Zozo, I'm gonna go to the gambling table. Just casually drag her back to the bed. That's right, relax. I sensed that Terra was in trouble. My magic summoned her here. Terra's an Esper? No, she's actually quite different. Terra looks like she's in pain. Her very existence strikes fear into her own heart. How can we help her? When she accepts this aspect of herself, I think she'll be alright. We have to do something. Then free those of my kind imprisoned in Gestal's Magitech research facility. One of them can surely help her. If we find the Magitech research facility, you're sure we'll find your people? Maybe. Like a coward, I escaped leaving the others there. It'll be the end of them. What do you mean? Gestal's methods are incorrect. You can't drain a live Esper of all its power. It is only when we are reduced to Magicite that our abilities can be transferred in total. Pardon? When we transform into Magicite, our power can be relocated. Magicite? That's what's left of us when we pass away. Little burritos. Those look like little wrapped burritos, if you ask me. That's all I'm saying. These are my comrades who fell while escaping the Empire, and I will give you my power as well. Goodbye, Rama. I love Rama. He appears in like most Final Fantasies being the wise old man that tells you something or other. It happens in this one, happens in 9, happens in 14. Sure, it happens in... he's in 5, but in 5 he's just kind of wandering around the woods like an old senile person. And you have to use Ifrit against him, and then he goes, "Oh, Ifrit, my friend," and then he'll join you. He's a very interesting summon. Old man, are you really gone? Looks like I died. Magicite. He traded his power so that others might live. Why are you doing this? Oh, he's not dead. He's just sleeping. We few can help save many. The War of the Magi must not be repeated. Receive the Magicite Rema. Receive the Magicite Stray. Receive the Magicite Siren. Receive the Magicite Kirin. Nice. Terra, wait for us. We'll be back. Hey look, Cyan and Celis were here the whole time. Everyone here? I was thinking. Let's talk on the way. Yuck, let's get out of there. It smells like a dead old person. The Empire's trying to drain magic from espers. Gao climbing his way down the building is great. This can't be true. Sellers? I don't remember, because I was asleep when they augmented me. But I've heard rumors to that effect. Then we're going in. We'd best split into 2 groups. We still need to beef up our defenses in Narsh. Indeed. Dang, how did they get... I'll go to the Empire. I know it well. But alone? Don't worry, I'll go with her. Locke. Gao. You need a hand? Alright, so for this section, we have to take Locke and Sellers. We didn't use Cyan last time, so we'll drop Cyan in. And I've actually been enjoying using Edgar. I don't use Edgar a whole lot, so we'll throw Edgar in. Sabin and Gao can take a break. Please wait for us in Narsh. We'll find our way back safely. You wish to change group members? Head for Narsh. Okay, easy enough. I think Sabin said that, kind of. So, how are we gonna get there? The Empire's on the continent to the south. No boats go there. The people of Jador, a town to the south, can probably help us. Locke. Yes? Why are you coming with me? Well, there are bound to be treasures there. Besides, I've always wanted an inside look at the Empire. Wink. Oh, I wanted to talk to the ghost. There's just a ghost hanging out. Okay. Well, now the team comp's kind of changed a little bit, but that shouldn't change too much. Sabin was one of our heavy damage dealers, but Cyan can do damage. Thankfully, we should have enough money to get these guys geared up, too. Oh, you know what? I could probably use Celis's Runic to guard against... he didn't use Magnitude anyways. I think Magnitude counts as a spell that can be absorbed. Relic-wise, though... earrings, True Knight, yeah. All of the good relics are late game, so it doesn't matter right now. Seems you have a piece of magicite. Want to learn more about espers? No thank you, Mr. Ghost. What's this guy got? Zozo? Never heard of it. Oh, okay. The ghost just wandered off screen. Oh, yeah, Okay, I should probably show how this works. So, you go to equip, not equip. Is it config? No. Give me a second, I know how to do this. Skills, status. It's one of these buttons. Maybe it is equip. Skills. Okay. There it is. Okay, so you go to the Espers menu. So this is why I said it also matters what characters you use and when you use them. Espers are something you equip to your characters. This is also what I meant when I said every character in this game can become a mage. Espers are how your characters learn magic. The longer you have the Esper, you gain a point system similar to EXP, and you can see, so like Kieran learns Cure at ×5, so however many Esper points, we're just going to call them for now, you gain that many Esper points ×5, and then once you hit 100 points, you learn that skill. So as you can see, Cure is really easy. Cure 2 takes a lot longer to learn at a ×1 rate. Or like Stray has Muddle Imp Float, Siren has Sleep Mute Slow and Fire. Also, you might notice that it says at level up HP plus 10%, or Magic Power plus 1. Kieran doesn't have a level up, I don't think, at level up Stamina plus 1. This is why it's important to swap characters out. You don't want to miss up on those level up bonuses that characters can get. It's very useful. So, Magic Power plus 1 does not seem useful. I actually think I'm going to give Locke Kieran so he can learn some healing skills. That seems like a good idea for him. Now, as far as the other characters go, Celis already has some healing, so she should be fine. Magic Power plus 1 seems nice, so I'm going to start with her with Stray. And then Cyan, could probably use the HP plus 10%, which is really good when you think about it. That's not bad at all. Plus Sleep, Mute, and Slow is pretty good. Slow is super useful, so we'll have Cyan learn that. And then by process of elimination, Edgar gets Rama. And there are a lot of espers, and then if you're playing the GBA, or if the iOS version / Steam version was still available, which they aren't unfortunately, there's even more espers in those versions of the game, including a Gilgamesh Esper, Jumbo Cactuar, and then as you can see, every character has magic. Also, every character now is a summoner. Whatever Esper you have equipped, you can summon. So here comes a lot of fun summon animations. There he is. He popped in and shot his little laser beam, and that was it. Not every summon is really good. I don't even know what Stray... I know Stray is literally just a cat, but I don't remember what it does. Yeah. Oh, I just chose to attack Cyan. Hopefully Stray Cat. Oh, Stray Cat kind of reminds me of, what's it called? Did my controller go again? My controller went again. Uh-oh. Well, thank God the enemies are all confused. Oh, jeez. I hear the noise. Well, the enemies just all took care of themselves, which is really funny. Input, detect gamepad. Too bad there's no hotkey for detect gamepad. Magic points. They're just straight up called magic points. There goes my controller. I should go grab tape and just tape the dang thing. Oh, that worked. Pretty cool. That did not work, actually. It's time to take that controller out back. Yeah, seriously. Seriously, it is not working. It's such a cool controller, too. 1 second, the window size needs... Oh god, not that big. Emulation, input... The size changed. I don't know how to describe it. No, okay. No, that is definitely not what I should have hit. Uh-oh, here comes the part of the game where we figure out what the heck is happening. Window size. Whoa, not that either. Window size times 5. Oh. I don't know how to describe it, but the game is now being cut off at the bottom. It's gonna drive me nuts unless I figure out why that started happening all of a sudden. There should be a solid fix for the moment, and oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna cut to a quick BRB and figure out this controller situation. I'll be right back. It's Hamtaro all over again. The emulator crashed. Oh jeez. I think I made a save when I stepped out onto the world map. Be really bad if I didn't. Guess we'll find out. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to mute real quick and unmute. Should be good now, though. Yeah, the whole thing... Oh, thank God, I made a save when I stepped outside. Smart move, smart move. Okay. Should be good, and now... Alt-enter. Give it a second to figure itself out. There we go. It still feels like I accidentally hit a button. Window size seems wrong. Display config. I swear, cause like I set up these borders to fit. And now it seems like the image is being stretched in every direction. You know, it don't even look that bad. It's fine. It's like barely cutting off at the bottom. All you can't see is a little bit of border. It won't ruin the experience. But we're back. We're back. It's been 5,000 years. Definitely. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's probably been like this the whole time, and I'm only noticing because of other technical issues. I am getting that plane flight prepared, though, for the Netherlands as we speak. You know, it's just about time now, I'd say, to to get ready on the old Flurgen Sturgen. That's what they call an airplane. Out in the Netherlands. Do I have to re-equip espers? No, I must have saved right after re-equipping the espers. Alright, off to Jador. Nothing's gonna stop me from getting to the Opera House. I've been so patiently waiting for the Opera House. You have no idea. Honestly, might be one of my favorite segments in video games. At least in Final Fantasy. And that's even considering things like Never Alone from Final Fantasy IX, the Big Bridge from Final Fantasy V, which being a big Final Fantasy V simp like I am, you would think the answer to that would be Big Bridge, because it's just awesome and Gilgamesh is awesome, but I even like the Opera House more than Big Bridge. More than Hope and Snow. They have this whole interaction in Final Fantasy 13, which is a really good segment. More than that, even. Okay, there we go. Heal up the team because we're getting annihilated by normal encounters. Alright. Just kidding, more fights! I thought we would for sure be done with them. So just use that, Edgar. Drill him up, Edgar. And then Celis, just use Ice, I guess. I should be having her mage more. Honestly, she is a mage. That's what she's here for first. But she only does Blizzard right now. Maybe I could have given her an Esper to teach her some magic skills, but what I do for the mages anyways is I have them just max out and learn every spell in the game. The other characters not as much. Usually it's kind of smarter just to give characters like Edgar and Locke things like haste and protect, because those ones don't, it doesn't matter what your magic skill is, like you're not doing damage. Okay, so Celis could use the shield. She could use the vest. She can also equip the white dress. I'm not sure what the white dress does, but... Oh, I guess it's better than the other ones. Oh my god, it's way better. Well, there you go, Celis. You're wearing the white dress now. Congratulations. Alright. Go buy some weapons. Oh, we should probably hit up the auction house now. What I was waiting for is that the auction house has an Esper you can buy. Forged, Kodachi. Oh yeah, we'll buy a forged for Cyan. Not sure what a forged is, but I know he could definitely use it. There we go. And I wasn't actually paying attention. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's all decked out now. I was only paying attention to what Celes needed. I wasn't even paying attention to Cyan's stats. And we'll rest at the inn real quick. Okie dokie. Knocked my mic. Okay, so the auction house. It's pretty simple. This might end up being a bit of a time waster, but we go in, we try to buy something. If it's not what we want, we can leave and just come again. Today's auction is over. Is it not open yet? I guess we can't even do the auction house yet. Never mind. We're gonna have to come back here later when we have the opportunity. There's good items there, though. There's some pretty solid items there. Now we just need to... Only way to reach the Empire is by air. Of course, you realize you need an airship. Okay. She wants to see the opera singer. Okay. Anyone else have any quips about how we can get to the Empire? You there, help me, lady. Ain't no easy way to make it to the Imperial lands. They are, rich yokels. The way they're speaking. Once in a while, one of the idiots from Zolzol water down here, looking for an easy mark. Yeehaw. I'm so rich that I don't need none of them education. I'm so rich. This is Jador, the westernmost part of the map. Cool. The poor people... Yeah, okay. Only weed can get you in the air. You guys are trying to get high? Well, you know, the Empire may have banned it and criminalized it, but I can help you get high if you want. And Cyan's like, yes, please, we need help. Edumacation. I don't got an edumacation, but I got a pretty good grow op going in my basement. I'm using some Magitech fluorescent lights. It's moon grown. Have you ever seen the lunar whale? Maria? No, my name's Locke. JK. Are you talking to me? Sorry, my mistake. Wow, you could pass for Maria in a heartbeat. Hoo boy, now I really am in trouble. Cella's looks just like Maria? Give us the finger wet. Wait, was that a middle finger? That looked like a middle finger, honestly. You're the spitting image of Maria, huh? Haven't heard of her. She's a famous opera singer. You don't say. Ooh, there's a note here. That person dropped it off. He's the director of the operas here. Everyone just calls him Impresario. He's been in a tizzy ever since the letter arrived. Let's open his mail. My dear Maria, I want you for my wife. I'm coming for you. Oh my god. The wandering gambler. Who's this? Wandering. What's his name? You born on a farm, son? Wow, romantic. See, there's two different contexts for the last sentence there, and both are terrifying. Oh, shoot. He's got an airship, though. And we get to name him. A blackjack-playing, world-traveling, casino-dwelling free spirit. Setzer. I'm on my airship / casino, SpongeBob. Squidward. That's Setzer, owner of the world's only airship. We could get that airship. We could make the Empire in no time. Let's set up a meeting with Setzer. Alright, well, all the cards are in place. We have a character that looks like the lead in the opera, and we know a creep with an airship that wants to meet her. I guess we should head to the opera house now. I mean, he's not a creep. He's very, as Pincod put it, romantic. I feel like I'd be swept off my feet if someone left a threatening letter like that. You know, I'd just be like over my, I'd be over the moon with joy. So the opera house is down here at the bottom of this continent. But first we gotta fight, the monks are teaming up with the hornets. I can't believe I haven't even thought to make that, point yet. But the monks are teaming up with the hornets. Swept off my feet into the next town and into hiding. Impresario's like, I just don't know where Maria is. I showed her this letter and she doesn't want to act in my opera anymore. What the hell? This is messed up. The next town into hiding. Listen, Setzer only had a scary scar going down his face. He's a pretty, you know, if you get past that, free airship rides. Pretty crazy. Alright, we're almost already there. I feel like I should take the time to grind out a little bit of magic. I should at least make sure Locke has Cure. I think we'll have our chance for him to learn it, though. Shim Sham. Why is that? I feel like Shim Sham is a horrible translation. Something tells me that attack should not be called Shim Sham. Alright, here we go. Never mind, we don't even get to cast ice. Edgar's too quick on the auto crossbow. I have a lot of items to sell. I should probably sell my goggles and other stuff soon. I'm gonna use a tent. We're outside here. Also, just because this is more of a sales-centric part of the game, I'm gonna make her the leader of the party and we're gonna use the tent. Her tent color is green. Which I think we may have actually seen before. Or no, it's almost the same exact green as Sabin's. Might even be the same green as Sabin's. But here we are at the Opera House. I'm so excited. Ah, you again! I read that letter. Setzer's coming to steal her. He'll probably appear right at the climax of Scene 1. He loves an entrance. Setzer's coming in at the climax, I understand. Right. If we can only grab him then. Dear me, no! You'll ruin the performance! I'll lose my job! Then you're history. This is simply horrid. I want the performance to be a success. But I don't want Maria to be abducted. Maria. That's how... There's a... I'll mention that later, but I've heard it pronounced Maria. We'll let him grab her. Or we'll let him grab her. Huh? We'll use Sellers as a decoy. After she's abducted, I'll follow him right to his airship. Are you mad? If something should happen to Maria... That's why the decoy. We'll hide Maria somewhere safe. Come again? Finger waggle. Give him the finger waggle, Locke. You said she looks like Maria, right? I put emphasis in the wrong spot there. Now, just a minute. Cells will be our Maria. She'll lead us to the airship. Brilliant! Wait, I'm a general, not some opera floozy. Right into the door. Okay. Me, do, re, mi, fa. Maria. Some funny luck? Not bad, Sellers. Oh god. I'll pretend to be Setzer and foil their little plan. There he is. Don't ask how a giant, like 8-foot-tall squid is hiding around in here. Just go with it. Let's get ready. Sellers, it's showtime. Ah! Come on, read it! Oh, yeah. So there is a full version of this song. There's a Final Fantasy orchestra that travels called Distant Worlds, and they do a full, like, all 10 minutes of this song. It's called Opera Maria and Draco. And that's where the composer / impresario for that says Maria, and it's really funny. I highly recommend listening to Distant Worlds Opera Maria and Draco at some point, though. It's fantastic. They do a really good job. I want to say the lady that sings for Maria is the same lady that does a lot of the music in 14, but I might be wrong about that. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's her. I just haven't done the research. The West and the East. Yeah, and? Oh, do I have to press a button? Oh, never mind. We're waging war. Draco, the West's great hero. Okay, come on. Thinks of his love, Maria. Is she safe? Is she waiting? Oh boy, I love a good performance. There he is, it's Draco. Sorry, I've seen this play a couple times before. I'll try not to spoil it. He's the good guy. He's my favorite. No, they ran him over. No, he got stampeded by chocobos. Oh my god, I forgot how good this is. I don't even have to sing it. The game's practically singing it for me. Maria. Please hear my... I can't do it in time, but... Please hear my voice. I love to be... I can't sing. But he wants to be with her. Alright. Oh, I'm bored. You got popcorn? I'm going to the dressing room. Is everything okay? Go right ahead. Going somewhere? I'm going to relax. Also, a fun little thing I like about this play is the East versus the West is the point of the play, right? And I think that's supposed to be symbolism for the fact that in the West, The West are the good guys in the play, and the West has fully succumbed to Empire rule. Meanwhile, the East, which would be Doma in this case, they might not even know has been poisoned straight to death, honestly, and would be the villains since they still, they just sided with the Returners and chose to oppose the Empire. I like that little nod. It also kind of gives me vibes of the Avatar episode where they go to that one performance, and sometimes I wonder if it was inspired by this bit in the game or not. I don't believe it was, but... Off limits! Please turn around. Okay, my bad. I just don't know how to get back to the concession. I heard they got Dippin' Dots. That's the only reason I come to these events is because they always got Dippin' Dots at the concession. I'm gonna be honest, Dippin' Dots rock, and I could really go for some right now. I'm just trying to find the Dippin' Dots, honestly. Okay, well, it's not that way. Oh no, the whole... I'm gonna miss the performance if I can't get out of here. I'm actually drawing a blank on how to get back out to the, auditorium. Uh-oh. This isn't the way. Man, I'm so lost right now, you have no idea. Is it this way? Surely it's, like, down here. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I knew what I was doing, don't worry. Alright, how we doing, Celeste? You ready for your big performance? He's turned red like a lobster. Ay, ay, ay! Is that you? Locke, why did you help me escape back there? I once abandoned someone when she needed me. Somewhere inside you were saving her, weren't you? That ribbon suits you. On with the show! This is a big scene in which Maria senses that something's happened to Draco. You better check the score one last time. Yeah, I'm actually considering save stating. It's not that, like, messing up is bad, but you have to redo this whole section. Read the score, yes. Okay, scene 1. Oh, my hero, so far away now. Will I ever see your smile? Love goes away like night into day. It's just a fading dream. I'm the darkness, you're the stars. Our love is brighter than the sun. For eternity, for me there can be only you, my chosen one. Must I forget you, our solemn promise? Will autumn take the place of spring? What shall I do? I'm lost without you. Speak to me once more. And then you pick up the flowers, climb the stairs to the balcony high atop the castle, raise the flowers to the stars. Hurry, you have just moments before scene 2 starts. And then scene 2, who cares? Okay, I can do this. I can do this in one go. It's like my favorite thing ever. Something I want to point out that's really interesting, and another reason why I think Final Fantasy VI is great. So every character has like a leitmotif, every character has a theme that represents them, except for Cells when you first meet her, until after this bit, which I think is interesting, because her whole life before joining the Returners in this game, being saved by Locke and all that, was kind of nothing. The forces of the West fell, and Maria's castle was taken. Prince Ralse of the East took her hand by force, but she never stopped yearning for Draco. The next line is, oh, my hero, I believe. Great job. You're nailing those notes, Cellas. Okay, hopefully I remember the lines coming up here. I'm the darkness. I actually know this song really well, to be fair. Doing great. She remembers the moves. We got this. Must I? You may also know that I chose this scene for the border for this stream. It's Prince Draco, he's alive! Come, Maria, follow my lead. He's floating around the ground. How's he doing that? He's on a hoverboard. Ha ha ha. And we grab the roses and we walk up. How do you think they get a stage scene this big, by the way, in that small opera house? Sick levitation spell. He just had float casted on him. He didn't feel like walking. He's actually a mage secretly. Who's this bozo? Prince Rouse is looking for a dance partner. Leave the past behind. Our kingdom is adopting the spirit of the East. Lame. Oh. Oh man, it's the obligatory ballroom scene. Sheesh. Man, Prince Rouse can't even dance to save his life. Look at his goofy hair. Lame. Also, like, to separate him from the other same sprite down there, they gave him green hair and a slightly different colored outfit. Goofy hair equal can't dance. It's true. It's very true. Well done, Salas. Yeah, if you mess up that scene, though, you have to start it back from the beginning, which I think is funny. I think the impresario is like, no, do it again, and then he, like, apologizes to the audience. Like, you could theoretically just keep messing up eternally, and I'd like to imagine Setzer sitting up in his airship like, what the hell? Maria never messes this up. I owe you one, so I'm gonna jam up your opera, Ultros. Uh-oh, I better tell the impresario. Who was Ultros again? We fought him in, like, a river, I think? I don't know. Ultros is so weird. He's such a weird element to this game. Going somewhere? I'm going to relax. Yes, Cyan, I know. What? Oh no. Not as we reach the climax of scene 1. The survivors of the West attack! Impossible! Attack! That's what fighting looks like. To quote PinCon from last stream, it's like when you have your action figures fighting each other. Wait! It's Draco, he's alive! Maria was having serious hallucinations. Drama! Oh no! Drama! It's a duel! Oh, but what about Ultros? But how might he disrupt the opera? With that? Finger point. Wojak finger point. Oh god, there he is. Mwahaha! Let's see if Maria can shrug this off. It's a 4-ton weight. Ah! This is heavier than I thought. It'll take me 5 minutes exactly to drop it. We haven't a second to lose. Talk to the man in the room to the far right. He'll help you get up there. It's as good as done. Alright, we got 5 exact minutes to go stop Ultros from dropping a 4-ton weight on Celes, as if we needed anything else going on here. Ooh, another really good remix of this song. There's a album called Balance and Ruin. It's a bunch of remixes of different Final Fantasy VI music. Oh god, I pressed the wrong button. Ah. Whoops. Oh my god, he's jumping over the heads of all those rich people. Surprise! Alright, we gotta go back up there. I didn't listen to what... The guy told me what lever to press, and I was too busy talking. But Balance and Ruin, they have a remix of this called The Impresario, and it's a reimagining of the opera as if it were Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. And it is also fantastic, but it's from the perspective of Draco. Oh, whoa. Neat. Yeah, it's really cool. It's called The Impresario, and it's from Balance and Ruin. You have to press the far right switch. I knew that. I knew it was the far right switch. Enter the room to the far left and make for the framework. Okay. Okay, so I may have lost us a minute by pressing the wrong switch, but I don't need to wait for that minute. We'll get to Ultros in time. There's no way I'll let Celes just take a 4-ton weight to the head and die. At least they're playing hype music while we run to save her life. You know, I should have definitely grabbed the running shoes for this bit. Because you better believe it's not as easy as just reaching Ultros. I do like the countdown timer, though. That is a nice touch. From the sound came a most awful sound, and I saw her there, Maria lying dead. And then I ran in. Alright, yeah, there's rats. You know, I want to be really excited about the rats, but I'm really tense and nervous by the fact that Ultros has come in with the goofy 4-ton weight. Couldn't steal. Come on, Locke. Come on, we gotta hurry. Don't fall through the rafters while fighting. Dang, those things drop 3 magic points. This might be a good time to get some, I really should have Locke learn Cure if he hasn't already. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Uh-oh. Magic. Do you know any magic, Locke? You're useless, Locke. I don't think any of them know any magic yet. Uh-oh. Okay, well, how hard can it be to defeat 4 rats? Just gotta fight our way through. Auto crossbow might... Oh, okay, cool. So the yellow... Oh, no, more rats came in. Are you kidding me? What's that about? It's too many rats. I might just have to avoid the rest of them for the remainder of this section. Don't worry, the timer stops when we reach Ultros at least, but like, geez. Cyan learned sleep, Cyan learned... Okay, Cyan learned some magic. It's not like super useful magic, but it's magic. Oh god, more rats. Okay, kill the yellow rat first, because it looks like if I don't kill the yellow rat, then they're just gonna... Oh, he learned Bolt. Okay, sick. Edgar learned, like, actual magic. He probably has a really low spell stat, though. Yeah, his magic stat is so garbage that it doesn't matter that he learned magic. No, he's just gonna spawn in more. Get him. Oh, too late. Oh my god, and Edgar has jump. Oh, this is getting really tense. This is actually getting how come the time I decide to stream Final Fantasy VI is the time that I struggle during the Kefka boss, and then also the time that I almost fail one of the easiest segments in the game. Oh my god, hurry up. We got a minute. Uh-oh. The drama, the tension. Oh, Cyan learned a new technique at least, so that's cool. Okay, he's right up there. We just have to... Nope. Oh, move out of the way. Okay. Okay, we made it. Heal up. Oh god, the timer's going while we're in the menu. Not good under pressure. No, not at all. Okay, let's go. Phew! Rats! Yeah, literally. Oh. Ultros, you fool! Now we're gonna ruin the play! It got silent. crowd murmurs. I don't remember. I've seen this play 80 times, and I've never seen this happen before. Disaster! If the two heroes are flattened, the opera's over. Then who'll win the girl? Quick, Locke. Think on your feet. You're a world-class lung ripper. Okay, he's got some cooking. Let him cook. Neither Draco nor Ralph will save Celeste. Who? I, Locke, the world's premier adventurer, will save her. What awful acting. Silence! You're in the presence of octopus royalty. A lowborn thug like you could never defeat me. Might as well make the most of this. Music! Alright, now we're fighting Ultros. Long time no see. You've changed. Did you miss me? No, not really. Okay, we learned a new sword technique. I'm willing to see what it is, but oh my god, this is gonna take forever. I should have had one of these bozos learn fire, because without fire, this is gonna be a long fight. He doesn't do too much damage, though. I'm potion myself. Oh, heck yeah, okay, that's the sword skill that Cyan learned. We're actually pretty good. Oh, he knows Acid Rain. Uh-oh. Okay, he only used it on Cyan. I'm just really nervous about these guys not having... You know what? Screw it. Sword tech, we're gonna go do that again. No. Did you miss me? No. Everyone in unison says, even the audience. Don't worry, there'll be plenty more Ultros just popping in throughout the game. Well, that's kind of not entirely true. Only for a good half of the game, and then he kind of just gets, like, shoved into a corner. After a certain point, Ultros gets put in the box. It's okay. He won't be here forever. Oh my god, why does Drill just do that much damage? Oh, he tricked me. Here, over here! Also, is he like going under the floorboards, or is he just that powerful that he can just disappear and reappear like that? Maybe there's something I can steal off of him, honestly. I still might be a little over-leveled, too. It feels like I'm doing a lot of damage and he's not doing a whole lot in return. Doesn't have anything. I should have known Ultros doesn't have anything. He's broke as hell. Imp! Pal! Buddy! Imp Song. Oh, no, don't use Imp Song. Well, there goes Cyan for... Imp! Imp! So that's the Imp status effect. I don't know why they call it Imp. He's very clearly a, what do you call it? A, Kappa. But I don't have any healing items for Imp, so... he is gonna be stuck as a Kappa for the rest of the fight. Level 3 Muddle? Well, I don't think any of my characters are divisible by 3, right? They all should be level 17? Oh, never mind. Cyan was not only turned into an imp, but he was the right level to be muddled. I ain't no garden variety octopus. What does that mean, exactly? Oh my god. You know, I'm just gonna let Cyan sit over there. He's not even wearing his glasses correctly. Oh, I can cast magic. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to go check outside at some point. Everyone, we need to go find out what a garden variety octopus looks like. Fire. He learned how to cast fire. The Fiend. Oh, he's bad at it, though. Okay. Taking Edgar with his drill was a great idea. I'd like to imagine Edgar's just, like, collecting every tentacle and wrapping them all up. Having fun? No. Oh, God. Yeah, he knows a lot of good magic, though, to be fair. Hit him with the knife. Doesn't have anything. Of course, I already knew that, though. Drill, come on. How much health does this octopus have? He's casting Imp Song again. Uh-oh. Well, he's already an imp. That's not gonna do nothing. He turned him back. Oh, Ultros, I knew you were on our side the whole time. He saved me needing to have green cherries. Oh my god, he's still going. He's just bullying Cyan at this point. What an unlucky day. Adios. Alright, bye. Bye. Got 2 GP, got 2 gold out of it. Nice. Just a darn minute. How do I want to voice this? What a performance! Oh, it's him! Oh god, he's being creepy already! Setzer! I'm a man of my word, music man. That's him? Oh, that was Celes. What a reversal! Thinking she's Locke's new queen, Maria is instead nabbed by Setzer. What fate lies in store for her? Stay tuned for part 2. Oh man, I love operas. What a great time. I didn't really get the octopus bit. That was like a new actor that they paid or something. He was okay. Nah, who am I? I'm being too nice. He sucked. They should probably just remove that octopus character. I'll deal with you in a minute. Uh-oh. Wink. Little subtle wink at the camera. It's our friends. They somehow got in the airship, even though I'm pretty sure he flew away real fast, like. What a performance! Enough already. But this is the tough one. Part 2 begins now. Where's Setzer? He's coming. Who are you? You're not Maria. Setzer, we need your help. We have to go to Vector. We need the ship to get there. Look, if you're not Maria, I don't want you aboard. Wait! We were told your ship is the fastest vessel in the world. It's also the only airship in the world. And that you were the world's most notorious gambler. And we're here too. I'm the King of Figaro. If you cooperate, you'll be well rewarded. I'm one of Doma's knights. Please help us. Come here. Yeah? Don't misunderstand me. I'm still not sure if I'm going to help you. There we go. I think that works for him. I guess Cyan's in the lead now. Move Celes back. Oh, he's still blind. One second. We gotta cure Cyan of having sick sunglasses real quick. Phew. Yeah, I almost thought I was gonna fail that Ultros bit, but we did it. And that still remains one of my favorite parts in a Final Fantasy. Phew. The Empire's made me a rich man. He literally has a casino airship, by the way. Stop thinking of yourself. Many towns and villages have been smashed by the Empire. The Empire is also totally rotten. It's using magic to enslave the world. The Empire and my realm were allies, until recently. I lost my friends and my family. The Empire, evil? Oh my god, we're blowing his worldview. We all hate the Empire for the same reasons. That's why. You know, you're even more stunning than Maria. Huh? Enough! If Celes becomes my wife, I'll help. Otherwise... What? Are you stupid? We haven't any choice. Yes, it's settled. Evil! But I have conditions. We'll decide with a coin toss. And this is why I brought Edgar, by the way. That little interaction only happens if you have him on your team for this. If it's heads, you'll help us. If it's tails, I'll go with you. Well, Mr. Gambler? Oh, fine. I accept. Listen to yourself. Celes, you can't become his wife. You just can't. That man uses people. Ready? No, you're supposed to catch it in your hands. I win. Now you honor your part of the bargain. How unusual. A coin with identical sides. I think you've been hustled, Mr. Gambler. Ha! How How low can you get? I love it. Alright, I'll help you. I bet he'd be a cool husband. Doesn't have a bunch of cool scars. Doesn't he have a bunch of cool scars? He does. That means he's got a cool fucking backstory. My life is a chip in your pile. Ante up. My life is a chip. Poker. Haha. So yeah, Setzer's our gambler for the game. I think the only gambler in Final Fantasy, which it counts as a job. I'm waiting for my gambler class, Yoshi P. Even though Setzer's kind of weird at first, he grows around, and I like the class a lot. He's also the easiest to make busted in this game, I would say. Honestly, his scars look like throwing cards around backfired and hit him in the face. He was just bored on his airship practicing his card throwing trick. Maria will love this. God, stings. This unwieldy looking ship really moves. Could it crash? Locke, why is that the first question? When things fall, they fall. It's all a matter of fate. The ship's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Better land some distance away. Right. I'll wait on board in case of an emergency. Oh, I don't think we have access to him yet as a playable character, huh? Alright, here we go. Right on to the Gestalian Empire. Well, Locke, I was thinking about taking my golden limo down to my golden blimp and something casino. I swear, talking about Avatar maybe being inspired by the theater part of this game, I swear, Squilliam doesn't just have a blimp, airship, whatever, / casino on purpose. Final Fantasy VI is influential, I swear. It's real. I'm not crazy. That's why every character after this game has scars on their face, because they're cool like Setzer. And thieves? Final Fantasy VI invented it. Alright, here we are. I don't think we can recruit Setzer. I think we can fly around in his airship, maybe? This guy heals. Okay, yep. We have an instant healer, so we don't need a hotel room right now. This guy sells items, which I'll buy another tent. And I don't... yeah, I've got Celas with heal. I shouldn't need to re-up on potions. Maybe just get like 6 more. And we can't have him as a party member right now, unfortunately. That would be cool if we could. So his weapons are literally just playing cards, throwing darts, and throwing dice. Unequip some party members. No, I'm good. He's got a wonky set, but late game, he has an item called the Fixed Dice, which is actually in the final dungeon, but you're able to enter the final dungeon and leave with them, which I might do, honestly. And the Fixed Dice with a certain relic can make your damage output with him. You can theoretically and pretty easily hit like 40k damage in one turn with Setzer. Now, I'm not saying he's the only character that can pull off ridiculous damage, but he is the easiest character to do it with. And it's a lot of fun, because all he does is roll dice and just do insane amounts of damage. It is luck-based. All of his best attacks are luck-based, unfortunately. But we'll save here for now. I thought we'd have access to the airship. I want to see... yeah, we'll do it. Unfortunately, we can't play as him right now, but we'll do it. 3 cheers for the Empire! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! I love the Empire! Look how happy this town is with the destroyed houses. The Empire takes great cares. I love those crazy silly guys. This is Albrook, the city, the occupied city. Hey, what's going on over here? We have to bribe the troopers to do business here. What? Evil? Mess with the Empire and get a free shirt. Oh. Oh, but the bar's lively. Listen to that music. Nuts. These soldiers are absolutely insane. The cafe is like an Imperial soldier's dormitory. Look at them. They're having a great time. Sure, no problem. I'll say this like Terry Bogard from Street Fighter says lines. Sure, no problem. Sure, no problem. Well, that guy, his eye flew out. I don't know why they're saying sure, no problem. That sounds like a bad translation. Hey, you're not of the Empire. Get out of here. You know? Aha, whoopee! I feel like there's probably something to say about this, but at least they're taking advantage of the situation. Honestly, if a bunch of dumb Empire troops come in and are willing to waste money like that, then take advantage of it. Hey, we got an elixir. Nothing wrong with that. No different than what happens to stupid dudes on Twitch, honestly. What do we got over here? Relics, okay. We got the Wall Street ring, casts reflect. Protects against poison and stuff. Peace ring. I don't need any of these relics. What do we got over here? I'm a scholar of magic. Monsters on this continent only have weak magical power. Interesting. What does that mean, though? We got an inn. I don't need to sleep at the inn. I'm fine. I don't know. I just thought I'd explore it for a second. And I can confirm nothing here. Long live the Empire. Yes, it's me, General Celes. You may have heard rumors about being detained in South Figaro. Those are merely rumors. I actually was just busy practicing my opera singing. Isn't it crazy how well of an opera singer Celes just inherently is? I like that. It's just such a weird, like, I don't know. And then Locke hams it up. Honestly, they should have given Cyan a chance. I bet Cyan secretly deep down is like really, really good at opera singing. It just seems like it. Or they could pull the fast and loose and Gao has like a voice from the angels or something. Okay, so he's got the Forge, Poison Club, but we're not using Sabin. Okay, get an EP or an Epi for him. Blossom, Shuriken. Yeah, I like that they're selling Shadow equipment, but I don't even think you can recruit Shadow for this. Oh my god, she has none of her gear on because she had to dress up for the opera. What a weird touch. I'm a scholar of weapons. 1,000 years ago, during the War of the Magi, 2 so-called Atma weapons existed. One changed a person's power into a sword, the other was a monster, bred for mass destruction. That is a hint towards an Esper we can get way later. It's actually one Esper, and you have to choose between making it a sword or making it an Esper. I always go for the sword, straight up. I don't know why you wouldn't go for the sword, honestly. Armor shop. Let's see, headband. Bard's hat. Okay, all 3 of my guys need... Oh, but they're expensive. Oh, how many goggles did I lift from those guys, though? Where are the goggles at? I've lifted less goggles than I thought I did. Put those... I don't need the Regal Cutlass anymore, so we can sell that. Kotetsu, I don't need the Kotetsu anymore. Plumed hat sounds like garbage. Okay. Ninja gear, white dress. So... what was I looking at? Oh, Bard's hat, right. I need 3 of them, but I can only get 2. I'll give one to Locke and one to Cyan, because they have less health than Edgar. So, Bard's hat for you. Bard's hat for you. Oh, that's another class that's actually absent from this game. Bard. And there's no, like, workaround to have a Bard, like there is in Dragoon. That's interesting. I actually, you know, for as much as I think a lot of Final Fantasy IV's characters are... I mean, like, they're not terrible, actually. Final Fantasy IV is just, like, a middle-of-the-road one for me. I really like the Bard in Final Fantasy IV. It's a shame he's only in the game for, like, literally an hour of gameplay. Maybe 2, if it's your first time playing Final Fantasy IV. But, the Bard job in Final Fantasy V is also really cool, and you learn skills from finding pianos throughout the world map. Oh, we've already been here. And every time you play a piano, you slowly get better at it. So, like, the first time you play a piano, it's awful. And your character looks really embarrassed after. But then after time, they get, like, actually decent at it. Oh, Jesus! He knocked me flat on my butt. There's not a whole lot of notable bards in Final Fantasy, though. There's Edward from 4. And then there's... Edward from 4. He might be the only bard in the franchise now they think about it. Which is weird, because it's a fantasy setting. LOL, wait, really? I'm really racking my brain. Final Fantasy II doesn't have a bard. Final Fantasy III, it's job classes, so anybody can be a bard. It's probably in 3 as a job, but oh my god. It's Ralph and the Joker. It's the Joker, baby! Get him, Ralph! I wonder what the Joker has on him. I feel like it's a little early to be fighting the Jokester like this, though. Come on, steal something. Couldn't steal, god dang. 4 has Edward, he's the game's first bard. 5 has it as a job again. And it's really cool because the ultimate bard song in 5 makes one dungeon completely trivial. But like outside of that, you don't use bard a whole lot in 5. 6 has no bard. There's a dancer in 6, but no bard. 7 I haven't played, but I'm under the impression there's not a bard in 7, because I know what all the main characters in 7 look like. And none of them strike me as a bard. Let's see, Final Fantasy VIII definitely doesn't have a bard. But it does have a cowboy. Final Fantasy IX doesn't have one. 10 doesn't. Yeah, so Edward is the only bard in the entire franchise. Until you get to 14, and then you got the job instructor. Oh, hell yeah, yeehaw! Man, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like 8 a whole lot either, but the cowboy kept me going. He's such a goofy character. And also, the first time I saw him was in a cutscene in Dissidia, the rhythm game. I didn't think it was a dude. So I was kind of surprised when it turns out the cowboy is a dude. I can't remember his name either. But yeah, he just uses a flintlock pistol and wears a cowboy hat. And that's his character. I don't remember too much about 8, other than the plot at the end was really goofy. But here we are, we're in the Empire now. I'm kind of terrified of being attacked on the street. I know a lot of people who love 8, but never played a Final Fantasy game. Yeah, people do really like 8. 1 second. Pledge your allegiance to the Empire? Yeah, sure. Fine. No? What? Oh no, I was tricked. Oh no, by guards. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII, I feel like I'm the outsider for saying I don't like 8, but I don't like the junction system. So basically, every character can be a mage like 6, but unlike 6 where you have to teach them it through espers and getting esper points and all that. Now what, old lady? Right, I'm sure you can do it. You do it through junctioning, which is you find spots on the map, and then you get uses of magic through that spot on the map, which isn't terrible. But then also you can junction enemies, and from what I remember, most bosses you fight, you can just junction the spell they're weak to off of them, or you can junction something that makes the fight go easy. But more than that, you have Guardian Forces, which are your summons, and Guardian Forces are super busted. And they trivialize a lot of the game. So, like, the combat... I mean, no Final Fantasy has... 1 second. General Cella's turned traitor. Why? The other side's sure to lose. You sure about that? So I don't think combat in any Final Fantasy is super, like, crazy, but 8's just rubbed me the wrong way. And then, Sid! Sid! The director of Magitech research is a genius! He gave my child the gift of cure magic. Is it this little boy? Little boy, I want to learn about cure magic. And cure! Oh, thank you. I think that does cure you. Cure you. And I don't know, the plot for me didn't work. I wouldn't want to spoil Final Fantasy VIII even though it's old, because maybe I'll stream it at some point. I'd probably stream most of the games. Ugly brute, better make tracks. But the plot was kind of nonsensical. And the best part about Final Fantasy VIII is Laguna, who is like a flashback character. I thought Laguna was the best part of the game, but you don't get to play as him enough. Shh. I'm a returner sympathizer. I've heard of you. While I distract the soldiers, climb onto the steel tower from this box and enter the facility. Thanks, old man. Yeah, I'm ready. He's dancing. He's going goof mode. He's... there he goes. I'm gonna be sick. Get out of here. Alright, now's our chance. Thank you, old man. We'll never forget your sacrifice. Gonna toss it all. Hey. Poor old man. He barfed his lunch for us. Don't forget the sacrifice of old man. I believe we head north here? Oh wait, that song rocks, but first, what happens if I go right? Also, we're at the next dungeon. It's crazy, there is... oh, you can't go right. There is a pretty big break between Zozo and the next dungeon, which is nice. I guess, technically that bit in the Opera House would count, but we are in the Magitech factory, listening to some industrial jams. I love when they use machinery noises to do a beat in songs. It's such a, like, fun trope idea. So this dungeon's fun. It's a lot of guessing and going down pipes. But it looks like we've already been caught snooping around, so I don't know how this is gonna last. We're essentially just doing like any dungeon from Stormblood right now is how the best way to describe what's going on in the story. We've done it. We've made it to the Stormblood part of Final Fantasy VI. Look, there's the Empire and their dogs. Name of Garm? Garm. Those dogs are called Garm. What does that mean? Yeah, get him, Cyan. Yeah, slash him up. Also, the enemies in here are really strong, it looks like. They don't do a lot of damage, but they definitely take a lot of hits. Stole tonic. Jeez, should I be using magic? Sounds more like something you'd name a dog. Yeah, maybe if you dislike the dog. You little dog, I'm gonna name you Garm. Did I learn any magic? No. I feel like I should be using my espers and magic in here. I guess we could try it. Oh. Oh, she's de-equipped. She doesn't even have an esper equipped right now. Celas, did you need to de-equip the esper to do the role in the play? Might need to drill a couple of these enemies. And there goes my controller again. Nice. I'm getting real fast at that, though. It's just the cable. The problem is I don't have the authentic cable that came with the PS4, so I'm using one I got on Amazon for like $5. And it's just a little loose. But on that break, I went and grabbed some tape, and I taped it and threatened to throw it in the trash can. So maybe it'll learn. Oh boy, Cyan learned fire. Let's see. Skills, Celas, Espers, Stray. That's right, she was learning Stray. So she learned Imp. And she's on her way to learning Muddle and Float. What about... how are these guys doing? So, he learned Bolt. He's on his way to learn Bolt 2 and Poison. Poison's a good spell. It doesn't matter who you are. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Oh, little Garm. Come here, Garm. Locke is almost done with Cure. Probably won't learn Cure 2 anytime soon. And then... oh, Cyan's already learned everything. What Esper do I have on him? Siren? Dang, Siren has really fast learn rates. Okay. Well then, I guess you could just keep Siren on for now for those things. So yeah, these little tubes, you can go through them. It's kind of hard to tell. They blend in with the scenery, I feel like. But yeah, we can get items that way, like a tincture. There we go. Hopefully I don't miss anything important. Again, we're in early dungeons. I think my biggest rule of thumb with any Final Fantasy that you're playing is if you want to go for completion, that's fine. But don't be too upset until you get to like later game dungeons. Because they're never going to put anything that's so awesome and amazing in a chest early game in a Final Fantasy. They would never do that. That's absurd. Straight up, it's not going to happen. Here we go. So, Cyan knows fire. Maybe that'll do damage? Locke doesn't know anything. And this man knows Bolt. Guess we'll just spam magic for now. Oh, we stole a tent. Nice. Oh, okay, they're all really weak to electric. It looks like Edgar's gonna be the one that does most of the damage here. Edgar and Celas together should be able to do it. And, Locke will just continue to try it and steal items. Doesn't have anything. Whoops. It probably said that last time and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. See, that's what happens, though. Anybody can be a mage, but do you really want to teach a samurai how to cast fire? It just doesn't seem like a good idea. Locke learned Cure. Okay, cool. Edgar learned Poison. I think that means Edgar's done with Rema. Let me check. No, he still has to learn Bolt 2. And I would like for him to learn Bolt 2. Just so he could have some stronger magic. We'll keep going this way. Am I in the wrong spot? Yeah, I don't think there's anything down here for me, actually. Let's head back up. And get into an encounter. Who we fighting this time? Oh, oh, look at the little pipsqueaks. Why are they called pipsqueak? That's so mean. They're just little onion knights. They look like little onion knights. I really hope the implication isn't like the Gestalian Empire has hired children or anything. That'd be really messed up. No, they're just onion knights. The Gestalian Empire, not the Garlean Empire, completely different. They don't have the exact same magic tech or anything. Sounds about right for them in this world. Yeah, they're actually way worse than the Garlean Empire ever was. Oh, we stole a tonic off the little pipsqueak. See ya. Guys, we're not going to talk about what just happened. Like, Cyan's actually in the corner just freaking out. Locke would be like, well, it's just another day for me, world-famous treasure hunter. Okay, Cella's already running low on MP. Yeah, conveyor belts. I love conveyor belts. Thunderblade. Ooh, that sounds perfect for Cella's. And it is. Okay. I really enjoy Paladin in games that aren't 14. I like when Paladins do damage and aren't tanks, I guess. Cella's just being a mage with a sword and a shield. The whole aesthetic is awesome. And there's some really cool Paladins. Like, even Cecil Harvey. What a last name, by the way. And Final Fantasy IV is really cool. I don't know if Cloud counts as a Paladin, but I'm gonna say he's a Paladin. Cloud's pretty cool, actually. I know his whole thing is being edgy, but I kind of like his design a lot. And when I do get around to playing 7, I feel like I'm gonna enjoy him. Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy I. He's a sick Paladin. There's just something about, you know, swinging around your righteous blade as if you have the authority to end the life of a bad guy. And also Deem, who is a bad guy, you know? Anyways, Cyan's gonna quadra slam this pipsqueak now. He's laughing! Cyan, you're killing the small child and you're laughing. I like shield and mace combo better. Interesting. You know, it reminds me of how, like, in original D&D, and it might still be the case, I don't actually play D&D, I play a lot of other tabletop RPGs, but, like, Cleric in old school D&D, yeah, has a shield and a giant hammer, I believe. Oh, more Dragoon boots. Which is sick as heck. I like the idea of I'm a healer, but it's aesthetically awesome. Really wish that existed in 14. Maybe you'll get it someday. It might... Oh, they could just do like a big shield and like a tiny hammer. I was kind of convinced that at least a mace for Paladin. There should be at least one weapon glam for Paladin that makes it a mace. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. They could have done it with the Dwarven weapons, because, like, I think one of my favorite glams for Warrior, even though I don't play Glamour, is the Dwarven glam that turns it into a giant mallet that they use instead. And they should double down on those kinds of ideas, weapon glams that make it seem like a different class. What did that pipsqueak just program 55? Are they robots? He turned Cyan into an imp. I could see them doing it down the line, maybe. What I was going to say was when the Hildebrand questline came out, we got to play as Godbert using a goldsmith's hammer. I was kind of convinced that one of the next classes was going to be a hammer class, and that they were using Godbert to, like, stealth tell us it, / like, test out the idea of having a little hammer as a melee weapon. I was really hoping for hammer and shield class, but Viper still looks really cool. Maybe one day we'll just get the Godbert class, and we'll get to use any crafting weapon as an actual weapon. I do not have the ability to cure Imp right now, I think, so... look at Cyan. He's just having a good time. And ooh, Remedy cures everything. Cool, okay. Sorry, Cyan, I know you were living your best life as an imp, but I need you to be a grown samurai instead. Still don't know what that mage is. It's gonna eat me alive. We're less than a month away from finding out what it is, though, which is exciting. Gold shield! Oh my god. They're just setting up Cella's right now. She has all of the best gear. Take the elevator down. I don't think you can return the way you came. We gotta go back up. Nice little detour, but look at that! The game decided to reward me with a lot of steps. That's something I can mention. So these old Final Fantasies, fun fact, the way random encounters work is it's not random every step you take, and I've learned this through using save states, which is totally legal on my Nintendo computer. I would never emulate and use save states, of course, but the amount of steps you take before the next encounter is actually generated and determined after the last encounter. It determines an amount of steps that you're allowed to take, and then once you step those, the encounter happens, then after that encounter, it generates another amount of steps you can take. So, like, if you were, I don't know, going for, like, a tool-assisted run, you could theoretically figure out how many steps between encounters, and then know how many steps you're allowed to take, how many tiles you're allowed to move. It's just fun. I like that. I think it's a neat little aspect. Edgar will hopefully come down at some point. Hopefully. Got a potion. Yeah, Locke doing no damage to the giant mech. Program 35? Oh, it did nothing. Locke's sitting there looking so cool. He's getting ready to fall on the floor again. Locke, you're looking pretty dang cool right now. Ah, Cells was oh my god, and Cyan. The gang's all looking pretty rad right now. They're so cool. Their sunglasses aren't. It's like a TikTok filter. That's how cool they are. They all got TikTok filters on. Okay, that's gonna be the rest of my eye drop. So you guys can't go pulling out shades on me again. You hear? Oh gosh, here we come. We got Dog. I mean, my bad. We got Garm and Commando. What if I'm confusing? Garm's the knight's name. He could be named Garm. I don't know. And there we go. Just hit him with all the magic. It should work. They aren't too weak to ice damage, but it seems like lightning. Yeah, lightning damage is the go-to, or Edgar is a much better mage than I've ever given him credit for. It could be that Edgar is just a really good mage and I've never realized it. I'm actually, like, really considering what characters I want to use primarily, because we get to a point where it's like, yeah, I'll be swapping through characters a lot, but there is, like, an idea of a final team for this game, and I've tried to keep it different every time I've played. Well, except for Celeste. She always ends up on my final team. It's just gonna happen. She gets to always be in the final team. But in my first playthrough, it was Celeste, Cyan, Sabin, and a character we haven't met yet. Last time we played, I tried to go for some really, like, off characters I never pick, like Shadow, and I found out that Shadow rocks. He's really good, actually. So I guess Shadow's kind of off the table for final team since I used him last time. Maybe Locke. Gotta start thinking about that now, though. We're only, like, 8 streams away from the finale, so... Alright. 8? Exactly 8, just like the Final Fantasy. Yeah, you know, I'm taking into account how much of the game is left. We're making faster progress than I assumed, but I knew this would be a long stream. I just really wanted to play Final Fantasy 6 again. So, I decided I'm okay with a long stream if it's Final Fantasy 6. I'm having a blast too. It's actually not as hard as it is as I thought it would be to commentate over either. I mean, yeah, most of it comes down to, oh, we're in an encounter. Oh, Cyan, he's sleepy boy, but I'm having a blast, and I've been having a big grin this whole time. Anything to make people sit through the opera section, you know? There's a potion on Cyan. Alrighty. I think I can jump in that pipe. Yes, okay. We're going to take this pipe down this way. As far as the dungeons go, I'm completely blind on which way I should be heading. Oh, Blizzard, like... Is that a weapon? What is that? It's a sword! Oh, I see. We're getting one of every elemental type for weapons. So then, yeah, you get the Blizzard. Oh, but the Rune Edge has a higher evade... They never evade anything anyways. Also, I need to make sure she probably de-equipped her relics too. Yeah, she did. So, she didn't even have her earrings on this whole time. Her magic could have been way stronger. Let me make sure nobody else is de-equipped. Yep, okay. And Zephyr Cape. Nice. Okay, so I think that's That must be a relic. Put it on lock, maybe? Dodges attacks more easily. Nah. I think we'll keep the hero ring. Unless I give him the Atlas armlet. Nah. Tell you what, Cyan, I don't think you need the true sight. We'll give you the Zephyr cape, and you can have the Atlas armlet. Oh, actually, you know what? Atlas armlet with gauntlet. There we go. And now, yeah, he's got the forged in both hands, which should increase the attack, plus the Atlas armlet. Just because Cyan's not like the best mage, I think it'd be better to focus on his outward damage. We'll see how this works. Alright, let's sit here and wait for it. Nothing I love more than giving the enemy ample time to attack us while Cyan charges his slow meter. Casting haste on him doesn't even help, by the way, so you really have to just time his meter with everyone else. I can't tell if he's doing more damage than he was. It looks like he's doing about 20 more damage, but I really could not tell. Anyways, let's see how Celeste does now. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better than she was pulling off. Of course, Edgar is going to steal the show with his electric attack. Yeah. That's what it is. He's just too good. Speaking of, where are we Esper-wise? Almost done. How are you doing? Almost done, so I might switch him and, what's his name? Cyan here in a second. And it's gonna take forever to learn Cure 2, but having Lock no Cure might be very useful. Especially Cure 2, because then Cure 2 we can just avoid the fact that Lock doesn't have any magic stat to begin with. Because Cure potency is also based off of your magic stat, of course. So, like, just teaching him Cure isn't gonna make him the best healer in the game, unfortunately. For some reason. Speaking of Cure, though, I actually want him to use it right now. Just to top off the team. Alright, Cyan, I'm just gonna have you slash at him. You don't actually need to do anything right now. So what I like about magic in the Final Fantasy games is that you can see I'm hitting a button to make them multi-hit casts. What's nice is that it doesn't cost more MP to multi-hit, but rather it just lowers the damage output. Not that that ever really matters, but I swear I've played other RPGs where it's like, oh, you want to cast it on multiple enemies? I'm going to raise the cost. And then you can only do like 3 casts total. And you're just constantly out of MP because you're trying to clear trash mobs as efficiently as possible and it's not working out for you. Oh, don't tell me that other path would have led to an item. Actually, wait. I see a hidden door down there. And more pipsqueaks to fight. The Garleans are getting really desperate already. They just keep sending the children at us, and they're wondering, why do they keep killing them? Oh my god, that kid exploded! What? Holy crap! He did the ultimate goof on me. He exploded all over Locke. Alright, they're gonna die before Locke can cast Cure, but in the off chance they don't, I'll have Locke cure himself. Yeah, hit him with the bolt. Hit him with the bolts. Nice. Give me some GP for that. I see that door down there. You can't fool me, game. I'm too smart. Gold helmet. Oh my gosh. Gold shield, gold helmet. Oh, she had a green beret on. You know who could probably use that green beret, though? Yeah, Edgar could. Nice. Pretty well-equipped team, honestly. I don't remember the next boss being too difficult. I see that door down there. What was the point of this room? No! It was a trick attack. The pipsqueaks lured me in here. This is like the 40th pipsqueak fight. That's a lot of little guys. They're gonna run out of their entire... The Gestalian Empire is gonna completely run out of children for the next generation. Emperor Gestal's just like, I don't care. They'll be fine without me. Oh, I probably shouldn't have had Sabin or Cyan do that. And one of them died. I think the auto crossbow should finish him off. There we go. EXP, magic points, good, good, good. Oh my god, there was hidden gold armor in here. So I have fully decked out. Oh, but the white dress increases her magic power. Alright, tell you what. You get the gold armor. And then... yeah, everyone else already has what they need. I was gonna fully deck her out in gold equipment, but the white dress gives magic power increase, and she is our mage for the party, so... probably best to keep her magic up. Remember, white dresses give you magic powers. It's just a fact. And dudes can't equip white dresses because that would be too girly. Although I bet Edgar would look stunning. He can't have it. Nope. Not allowed. What a weird thing to put in your game. It kind of reminds me of how, like, older Fire Emblems, Pegasus... actually, I think this is still the case now. Pegasus Knight is exclusively a class for woman characters. It doesn't really make sense. They had one character in Fire Emblem Fates who was a dude that could ride Pegasuses, and that was it. But then, like, I guess there's kind of the flip side to that. In Final Fantasy Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, the original game, Pegasus riders were the only ones that could turn to dragon riders, so that was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. How do I de-equip Rema? I would like to de-equip... oh, wait, just hit an empty spot, duh. Okay, you're gonna learn Remo spells. You're gonna learn Siren Magic, just cuz. And we keep marching forward. Was there something over here? No, it was just another way we could have gotten here. Yes, more proto-armors, but not if I cast Bolt 2. I'm glad it's not organized at all. I would have hated if Bolt 2 was right next to Bolt. We'll cast Fire. Yeah, look at that. Alright, these enemies have gotten so much easier now. That hurt. That was not fun to take. Blaster. What did we get? Wait, hold on. What item did we get? Run that through me again? Something oh, Bio Blaster. They dropped Bio Blasters. But I already have one. You don't need more than one. It's not like the damage augments or anything for having more than one Bio Blaster. That's silly. I don't understand that. Give them some tinctures. I feel like we should be pretty far along in this dungeon now. I tricked myself. This way? I'm very lost and turned around right now. I think we need to get on that conveyor belt over there. And he's doing the explosion again. You guys need to get new material. I feel like I've seen everything you can do. Look at that. It didn't even really hurt Locke. What's the point of exploding if you're not at least going to take somebody out with it, you little pipsqueak? You little pipsqueak. You got nothing. Hit him with a bolt. Yeah, that's right, Edgar. Good job. Well, again, good grinding. I mean, these dungeons are starting to get me all tricked up, so they're helping out at least with the EXP grind. Oh, no. We are horribly in the wrong direction, I believe. Would really have liked to have picked up the running shoes. I'll have to go pick up the running shoes at some point. Well, we'll just keep going through the motions. Look at their little red shoes. Look at their cute little shoes. Do you think that's standard issue? Like, Emperor Gestalt may be like, you know, a dictator, but he at least understands style. If he's gonna make his little Hershey Kiss soldiers dress up, you better believe they're gonna have cute little red shoes. I just like the little shoes, okay? Cyan learn Bolt. The more characters that know electric magic, the faster we'll be able to push our way through this dungeon. Provided we don't completely run out of MP. Which could happen. If we run out of MP, then this is going to get a lot harder. Just some Garms and a Commando. Alright, let's see how good Cyan's Bolt is. Because if Cyan's Bolt doesn't do a whole lot of damage, then yeah, Edgar's actually just a secret mage deep down. It's all that technology, man. The better you are with, like, bioblasters and chainsaws and stuff, the more... Nope, it's just... Bolt is just really powerful on these enemies. I guess that makes sense. They give you Rem off for a reason. Just gonna fight my way through them casually. Use that drill. Put the drill to good use. I don't want to use the drill on the dog. This goes back to what I was saying, though, right? We're in a world of magic. Most people are using, like, swords, casting fire. You know, Locke's got his little, his little thief knife, right? But then, like, Edgar comes at you with, like, a drill. And this is just a fully operating drill. You're gonna get impaled with a piece of hardware. That's terrifying. That's like a saw trap level painful. Like, it's fine. No, it's kind of messed up. And no one mentions the fact that, like, and this happens in 14, this happens in other Final Fantasies too. These people are out there risking their lives wearing, like, chainmail. And the enemy's coming at them with cement saws, like, ripping them in half. It just doesn't seem like a good deal. I'd rather be the person that's using gun bullets. I don't care if you're a mage. Cast your spell. I'm gonna shoot you in the head. Can't cast a spell if you don't got gray matter in your brain. That's all I'm saying. Like, it just seems like a losing idea. Also, she's finished with Stray. Isn't gray matter bad? Is it? Oh, well then I'm gonna shoot you in the spot that one guy got a railway spike through, and you're gonna be a very angry, upset person the rest of your life. And then what? See, now I've got you. I'm gonna railway spike you with a gun. You can dodge my sword, but can you dodge my cement blade? That's all I'm saying. How do I get down there? Would like to get down there, game. I thought that's like the stuff people with dementia get. Is that what they get? So, like, it's my misinformation spreading hour. No, I don't. Okay, I'll Google it. You're probably right. I just like the term gray matter. That's all I associate the brain with. Your brain's a gray pile of mush. Unless it's mine, and then your brain's cooked right down the middle where the headband goes. And it's real, let me tell you. Just fighting our way through. At least the pipsqueaks teach a lot of magic. How do I get down to that area down there, though? I'm going nuts. I guess we'll just fall through this. Oh, it makes up like half the brain. Looks kind of complicated. Okay. I think your statement still works, LOL. Okay, there you go. So like I said, cast your spell. Go on. Cast your spell. I'm gonna blast you with Bullet 2. What are you gonna do about Bullet 2? Or I'm gonna come at you and I'm gonna use Chain Saga. And Chain Saga is gonna cleave you right in half and leave you wondering, where did I go wrong? But you're not gonna wonder that, because you're gonna be cut right in half. Just saying. The gray matter throughout the central nervous system allows and enables individuals to control movement, memory, and emotions. Perfect. See? Alright, I'm going to shoot you in the part of your brain so you can't remember your little cantrip. I just don't know how the Garlean Empire... This was my TED Talk on how did the Garlean Empire lose? They literally had the thing that you would think is stronger than magic. And they lost... They lost to some dude who doesn't even remember who he is. And 2 small children with white hair and their group of weird friends. Weird but quirky friend group. Can I get on that conveyor belt? Don't tell me I was supposed to just take this. Because they don't have heart. You don't understand, Garleans. You don't have heart. Evil Kefka laugh. And love and friendship and hope and... I'm all powerful. Hee hee ah. I'm collecting aspers. I'm extracting magic. And I'll restore the statues. He's evil, not the statues. Well, thanks for expositioning where we could find you, Kefka. You've been completely drained of your powers. Now you're useless to me. You just threw her at a wall. What the hell? And you, take a hike. Okay, he'll toss Shiva at the wall, but he's gonna let Ifrit just casually go down the platform. Wow, Kefka, I see your true colors. Is he just chilling over there? And love and friendship and hope. I guess that's true. You know, I forgot that part in Final Fantasy lore where a bullet going about 60 miles per hour gets trumped by somebody's friendship and hope and love and magic. I'm mistaken. It's the power of spooky space energy. I think I have a remedy. Nope, I don't. I don't have any way of curing Locke's blindness, so I guess he's just gonna be too cool for this next boss battle. Alright, so Kefka disappeared. I imagine he also rode the conveyor belt down and laughed the entire way. Ah yes, the dead bodies zone. I love the dead bodies zone. Jeez, I'm just gonna slip into this room for a second. Oh hey look, a save point. Never mind, I just wasted all of those healing items. I'm a genius. 80,000 level IQ. I don't know why I assumed it was gonna be like Zozo and there wasn't gonna be a save room. But it's actually all just for the show. I don't even need those healing items for the next boss. I'm gonna need you to move. Oh, never mind. Enemy encounter first. Flan! Flan. Pudding, flan. Depends on what game you're playing. Depends on who's translating it. I always liked calling these enemies flan personally. And I like the, when they're called flan, except for the Pudding Princess. I would say that the Pudding Princess does get a pass because it's a lot of fun to say Pudding Princess. But other than that, they're all flan to me. I wonder if those words are just very similar in Japanese then, for them to be sometimes called flan and sometimes called pudding. I mean, they're basically the same dessert when you think about it. Flan Princess just doesn't hit the same. Yeah, exactly. Although Flan Princess does sound like it'd be an Adventure Time. Well, so does Pudding Princess. They both are equally potential for Adventure Time characters. Although, I don't know, Flan Princess sounds more likely. Oh no, are they going to turn into 3 now? I actually don't think I've ever done this encounter, now that I think about it. Oh my god. Edgar, holy crap. I didn't see, did Locke steal anything off of them, or...? I think he probably missed, or they don't have a thing to steal. Nice. Nice! 1 magic point, let's go! Alright. Out of my way, Shiva. Oh, I guess I gotta go talk to Ifrit. He's not dead! Alright, here we go. Ifrit. Look at that, Ifrit. He never looks the same. Between, like, almost every iteration of Ifrit, he always looks different. I think my favorite is the starving dog version of Ifrit in 14, though. Gotta be my favorite Ifrit. I just love the way that he looks like he hasn't eaten. I was gonna say, I love dog Ifrit. He just doesn't look like he's eaten in years. Again, this boss shouldn't be too hard, especially because I spent so much time bumbling around in the dungeon. Also, this Ifrit does look like he's got biceps, but you can also see his massive spine peeking out from behind him. I just want to point out that he has, like, he's, like, so non-foodinated. Anyways, it's Shiva now, so we're going to switch it up and start casting fire magic. And, yeah, this fight should go by pretty fast. Oh, they don't have anything to steal. I can't process, like, any of these sprites. I'm too plebeian. Well, right here, we're looking at the World Olympics first winner for freezing yourself. And she's holding a snowball, which she intends to toss at us, probably. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, well, Celas can't actually hurt Shiva because of how I set Celas up, so I might just... Oh, uh-oh, he has an ice sword, I forgot! So I'll probably just have Celas and Locke When do you fight the 2021 Trennis champion? That's actually an optional boss, but I will be showing that off, no worries. You first have to complete the Trennis side quest, which means you have to go to every town in the game later in the game and compete in the Trennis tournament. The thing is, I'm waiting for a certain character to get to our party because they are the Trennis World Champion, and they just kind of trivialize the whole side quest. But don't worry, we will get to the Trennis Champion. It's probably one of the best espers you can get in the game because when they're equipped at every level up, your character gains +2 to Gumption and can learn the spell Blitzball. So we'll work on it. We'll get there. Also, it was very forward of Final Fantasy to have a 2021 champion like that. I sensed a kindred spirit. Who are you? You have Ramuh's power? Wait! Where? Espers. Oh my god, they're espers. I didn't know that. Well, Ramuh did entrust them with his power. Yeah, that's right. You guys should trust me. Gestal has grabbed our friends and is trying to drain them of their power. I, too, suffered my turn in one of the glass tubes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna heal real quick because you guys decided to just kill Cyan on the spot. I hope resting at the tent revives Cyan because I don't have any Phoenix Downs, and we're still a ways off from learning the skill revive. And there goes my controller again. Oh my god, okay. You know, I feel like that's just gonna be a mainstay of the Final Fantasy VI experience at this point. The real enemy is Kefka. He keeps coming in and unplugging my controller and laughing at me. It's crazy. I can't get him to stop. He's being a real jerk about it. They drained our powers, then threw us away too. We haven't long to live. We will follow Ramuh's lead and give to you our power. Our friends are all gone. We haven't much time left. No choice but to entrust you with our essences. Receive the Magicite Shiva. Now you can totally skip Ifrit if I'm remembering this correctly, but we're gonna pick him up. And let's see. Skills, Celes. She could use a new one, so she's probably... Yeah, she's learned Ice. She could learn Ice too. Rasp and Osmos kind of suck. Yeah, we'll have her pick up Ifrit, and then... Let's see how these guys are doing. So, he's got Ramuh. Yeah, he's doing alright with Ramuh. Kirin. Oh my god, it takes forever to learn Cure too. And then Siren. Yeah, he's already learned all of Siren, so we'll give him Shiva next. And there we go. Okay, we got some new espers. We beat the bosses. Yeah, they're still going to be random. We're not done with the dungeon. That was like a midway boss. Oh boy. I don't know what... I feel like I remember these... Oh, they cast Doom. Uh-oh. I don't think anybody is divisible by level 5, though. Yeah, you gotta be careful with spells that say level in front of them. They're usually really awful, but they only work if your character's level is a multiple of that level that they're casting at. There is a optional boss later in the game that will exclusively cast like all variants of Doom, or most variants of Doom. And we will have to fight that, but it's not a fun time. And it's also kind of weirdly unavoidable. Like, we will run into that boss, most likely, before it's time to fight that boss. It's a really cool thing. Final Fantasy VI does a lot of really cool things that I think later games in the series also pick up on. Well, this is the last one to have the sprite art, and I am such a big fan. I love really cool things! Well, that's good, because this game's full of really cool things. Wait, are you being facetious right now? I can't tell. I've shot out that part of gray matter in my brain that lets me tell that with one of them anti-magic guns. You know, I haven't been casting espers enough. Let's cast some espers. Oh, that's a bad translation. Gem dust. Pfft, everyone knows it's called diamond dust, actually. Her skill's called diamond dust. Angry face. Yeah, what the heck? Bad game, 0 out of 10. I actually lied. Final Fantasy VI is the worst game ever. And the translator is Big Stinky. Oh my god. Ooh, these guys look like they'd have stealable items. Come on, give me something good. Oh, they're using a bio attack. Ooh, that looked like a critical. Couldn't steal. Lock. Oh, Ifrit costs a lot to cast, so... I'm gonna be honest, I almost never use status effect spells in Final Fantasies. There's like a weird precedent with status effects in Final Fantasy. You can use them on most normal encounters, and they probably are really useful to use on normal encounters. But like, 90% of all bosses in the entire franchise can't really be confused. Can't really turn them to imp, you can't turn them to toads, you can't silence them. So like, I just never use status effects because they kind of exclusively exist for enemy encounters. But there's not a Final Fantasy game in the world where you can't just blast through the enemies with normal attacks and like, you don't ever have a reason just to be using like status moves, you know what I mean? It's something I wish they could address. Anyways, look at all these giant test tubes. What do you... Gobbler? Why is it called Gobbler? Guys, watch out. I think I sense a Gobbler nearby. Oh no, he's gonna shim-sham us. Ow, God, shim-sham hurts. Guys, watch out for the Gobbler. Worst decision of my life. He's gonna gobble you, of course. No, not possible. Nah, oh my god, Celes is a way lower level than the rest of the team. Edgar is gonna need to take a break after this. He's level 19. He's hogging all the EXP, what the heck? I feel like we're almost close to being out of here. Not another Gobbler. It's the green Gobbler. I get it, because he's green. Hello, Final Fantasy VI team. It's me, the Green Gobbler. Join me, Final Fantasy VI team. We can rule all of New York City. Or we could just fight to the death. Alrighty. Oh no, not this guy. Oh man. Something tells me this upcoming boss's cup overfloweth. I hope I'm prepared for this. I feel like I don't have as much magic as I could, but let's see. Number 024, there he is. Man, that sprite is really hard to look at, honestly. I can make out what it is, but it's still hard to look at. I'm gonna cast ice on him and see if he has anything to steal. Okay, wait, I can just normally hit him. I think we're fine. Hey, that guy's in 14. He sure is. I'm starting to realize a lot of stuff in Final Fantasy VI is in 14. 6 might actually be the most represented game in 14 now that I think about it, which I'm fine with. Like, I said this at the beginning of the game, and I'll probably say it a bunch more before we finish. 6 is, like, the most Final Fantasy until 14 came out, so it's not surprising 14 was like, hey, those are cool concepts to use. He casted Overflow. He did it. His cup overfloweth. Oh, Locke. Locke, you can't just heal the enemy, Locke. I wonder if poison would work on him. Yeah, poison him, like all of Doma was poison, Cyan. Actually, I feel like it's probably a bad idea to give Cyan poison like that. Wall change? Oh no, he's shifting his barrier. Now he's immune to an element, but which one? Not the drill element. It's real easy to forget that some of these characters have... Oh, okay, he's absorbing fire right now. Okay. Well, Locke, wait, but I needed that, Locke. I'm gonna have her use Runic, actually, because I think this guy will try to cast, magic. It seems like fighting him with magic is the wrong idea. Oh, and he's dead. I might be a little over-leveled right now. Locke, once again, being the MVP of combat. He spent most of that fight confused. Edgar learned ice, Celes learned fire. And we're still not done with this dungeon. Okay. I'd like her to learn fire too. Locke wins again! How does he keep doing? He can't keep getting away with it. He's just too good. And then... I'd like to imagine every time he gets stuck like that, they fix him up and then he says that. There's a whale in that tube. I wonder who. There's a unicorn. That looks like a ferret, hyena. I don't like that one. There's a guy, just like a normal guy down there. There's an edgelord, and there's Carbuncle. Let them free! You want to help me, but I haven't long to live. Just as Ifrit did before me, I'll give to you my power. Be free, Esper friends! I don't know how to do Sid. He's kind of old in this game, though, so... What are you doing here, there? There he is, that's Sid, can't you tell? What's this? So, Esper magical power can only truly be transferred when one of them passes away. You're too bloody useful, Espers. I need you. Well, the burritos have chosen me, Sid, so, looks like you're on the losing side. Receive Magicite. Now we have way too many Espers, and I'm gonna get overwhelmed deciding who gets what. Professor Sid. General Cells, and who might these dubious characters be? Your troops? No, you see... Can it be true that you came here as a spy, seeking to cause an uprising? Ha ha ha, you're one of us now. Sellers?
So that's it. Magicite. Sid, you miserable blockhead. Now. General Sellers, the game's over. Bring me those Magicite shards.
Sellers, you deceived me? Of course not. Have a little faith. See? I knew she couldn't be trusted.
She has tricked you all. Sellers, that's so... you.
Locke, please believe... Why do you believe the psychotic clown in the first place?
Now. Exterminate all of them.
Oh god. Locke, let me protect you for once. Maybe now you'll believe me. She cast blue tint.
Sellers, what are you doing? Stop it!
She cast blurry sprite. Oh my god, I think she just levitated them all out of the room. That's powerful. I've only ever seen one other mage cast gravity magic that strong. It was Gratia. Sellers. Damn it, I was supposed to protect her! Oh, what happened? Oh, uh-oh. This is a disaster. Your fighting has caused the capsules to rupture. Their contents are spilling out. Quick, over here! Sid with his goofy little mustache. Is my team... Okay, yeah, fully healing. So I know what comes next, and I think I have the right team for what comes next, but like, uh-oh. Kefka has used me. Used the Empire. What have I done? Life energy of those Espers. You've helped me to come to this decision. I'm going to talk to the Emperor and have this stupid war stopped. You're welcome, Sid. It was all us. Too bad we couldn't name him Sid. He would have been a fun party member. Alright, so we have access to a lot of summons now. We've got Unicorn, which teaches Cure 2 and Shell, and Protect, so that's not a bad one. Modween, who just teaches level 2 magic. Not bad. He teaches level 2 magic faster than the other summons we have. So, like, not a bad one. Shoet, who teaches Bio, Break, and Doom. Bio is a great spell. I love Bio, and I kind of want to drop Shiva just to teach Edgar Bio, because it's a great time. Break and Doom are what I was talking about. They're cool spells. They will never work on a boss battle. There's no need for those. Phantom teaches Berserk, which is funny. Vanish, which is alright. And Demi, which is just gravity. It just does half the monster's health. Carbuncle, which is... Ooh, Carbuncle teaches haste. So actually... did you learn heal 2 yet? No. I don't think it matters where I'm at right now. And then Rema, he hasn't learned Bolt 2, but I'm going to give him Carbuncle, actually. Carbuncle spelled K or Carbunkl, because they just didn't have enough space. And then Bismarck teaches oh my god, Bismarck teaches the basic spells really fast. Oh, and he teaches how to revive, which is just called Life. It's not called Raise, it's called Life. Very on the nose. And Strength plus 2 at level up's not bad either. Kind of want to give Bismarck to Locke, actually. Yeah, I'll give Bismarck to Locke. And yes, it's the Bismarck, the flying whale that we all know and love. This is like the only other appearance of Bismarck that I know of in the series. So they really did pull a lot from 6, honestly. Unfortunately, there's no Ravana. I don't think he ever existed before 14.
Sellers, I've known her since she was a baby. I raised her as if she was my own daughter. But she was forced to become a Magitech Knight and has done some awful things. If I could only talk to her, I'd apologize for the way her life has turned out. That laugh! No, it's Kefka!
Only appearance, but Bismarck is in chat all the time. You're right. I forgot about that. That was really good. Oh my god, blurry cart section. So now we gotta fight our way out against more enemies that appear in 14. Listen, getting the... I'm telling him you forgot. No, don't do that. Don't tell him I forgot. No! Hey, you know, I paid a lot for that celebrity appearance in the chat, okay? It's not easy getting a giant whale boss from Final Fantasy to appear. I'm really nervous about the next boss, honestly. Don't tell him I forgot. Listen, I'll gift you, any emote. Hambozo will become... This is so hard to look at. Oh my god. Can you tell that we're riding a train rail right now? I swear this isn't because of, like, the emulator or anything. It just looks like this. That sure is something. Oh god. Speaking of, like, horrible things that can happen to you when the best you've got is casting magic, these things will literally run you over. Like, you are going to get run over by this creature. It's going to hurt. It's not going to be a fun time. And, like, what are you gonna do? Cast magic? I mean, it works for these guys, but I don't know. I feel like we're hitting our head on every steel beam that's going above there. Clunk, 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 clunk. Keep stealing shadow equipment from them, which I think that makes sense. I'm pretty sure we get shadow back soon-ish. Trying to remember what's next. I'm actually drawing a blanco on the next, like, section of the game. Oh my god, Locke already learned everything from Bismarck except for how to revive people. What a great Esper to have. He'll just teach you all the basic magic really easy. I'll have to make sure to give him Terra so Terra can learn all those super fast. And then I'll give her Madwing. Anyways, we're still riding the railway here. I think we are. One second. Let me put my glasses on. I feel like an old lady. I feel like the old lady in that meme trying to understand what she's reading. Cast Bolt 2 on all these guys. We're getting out of here, though. Just, yeah. Should I be holding the right arrow? I feel like I should be taking that passageway to the right that keeps popping up. I'm not entirely convinced, though. Just keep fighting the mag rotors for now. These guys actually aren't that weak though, so maybe I should save my magic for the boss fight at the end of this. Oh my gosh. Now this makes me wonder too, because I'm starting to realize a lot of what appears in 6 comes in Stormblood, but the pre-purchase rewards for Stormblood were all Final Fantasy V related items. There's like barely any Final Fantasy V in Stormblood. I'm very confused by the thinking there on the marketing team. I think we're almost out. Yeah, here we are. Boss battle time. So you might recognize this. It's called number 128, and it happens to have 2 arms. Now, this game may say left arm and right arm, but deep down I know that I would personally call him something along the lines of, like, I don't know, Ratu and Ketu, maybe? Just maybe. Yeah, interesting, huh, Pincon? No idea what's going on here. He looks very hard. I don't know how they made a 3D model off of this sprite either, though, to be honest. Can I drill his arm off? I think I can just drill his arm off, honestly. Yeah, just loosen the screw a little bit. Okay, so the trick to this fight is that the arms will regenerate, but if you leave them alive, he's gonna be really... Oh my god, wait, I can steal something off of his arm? I saw that. It didn't say no item, it just said couldn't steal from his right blade there. Fortunately, I was gonna say we're gonna destroy his arms before we can do anything. Might still be a little over-leveled right now. Couldn't steal. Okay, he has an item I can steal. I kind of want to... Oh, he's casting haste on himself. I don't think any of us know slow. I do know slow. Okay. Well, maybe I can counteract his haste with the slow. Oh, he's got a skill called Red Feast. Oh, it didn't do too much. Yeah, okay, I can slow him down. Nice. And his arm's back. Couldn't steal. Tools. Oh my god, those arms came back really fast. Let's see where he goes for the dispatch. Okay, cool. Should be able to knock out that arm real quick, like. There we go. Have Locke cast Cure on the team. I feel like... No, I've used everybody equally. I'm trying to think, have I not used somebody as much as the others? But no, I feel like every character's got an equal representation. I mean, I guess Terra hasn't, but she's been out of the game for a little bit now. Come on. We just gotta break through this and we'll be able to escape the Empire. That looks painful. It was not painful. It was, in fact, very weak. Oh, he has a stealable item. Come on, Locke. I need you to steal whatever he's got before we annihilate him. He is healing off of those Red Feast attacks, so maybe it'll work out for me. He's got his arms back. Cyan, do you know any healing? No. Oh, never mind. He's dead. Alright, looks like I don't get to find out what I could have stolen off of him, because Locke is the worst treasure hunter. Maybe it was a lung-stealing contest. 5 magic points. Learned Osmos and Rasp. Edgar learned Rap. Thank you, Espers. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, God. We killed that man. Oh, man, I just wanted to go to the save point game. Oh, it's called a chaser. Oh, that... Wow, I didn't even know that was here. Also looks very familiar. There we go. Drill it. Now dispatch it. We gotta kill it before it summons in enemies. I think it summons in enemies. Nope, it's going to do it anyways. Okay. Bolt 2. These things should be weak to... Oh! Stolen auto crossbow. I definitely needed an auto crossbow. I'm glad you could steal that, Locke. An item that I already have one of. Thank you, Locke. Locke is easily becoming my least favorite this playthrough. He really just hasn't... Okay, hey, real quick, we're gonna sleep in this tent. Garleans, I hope you don't mind us camping out right here in the middle of your city. Just for a quick second. They actually took the fastest nap in the world. Alright, let's just go this way. Surely we can escape the city without any issues. Sonic the Hedgehog taught us that. Stealth camping. Yeah, basically. Capture him. Drill into him. He also has something I could steal. I'm really happy I bought Drill. I think he's gonna turn into those other guys. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. Get him, Locke. Show him that you're also a mage. Locke, you are the most useless mage. Oh no, I think one of them might be level 20 now. No, we're good. Okay. Gotta love that canned laughter sound effect. Nice. Keep moving, keep moving. Just a hop and a skip away. Oh! Setzer! I was starting to worry. What's up with Sellers? We'll talk later. Let's get out of here. He's Sonic the Hedgehog now. I keep forgetting what voice I'm doing for Setzer. Catch you later. Crud, what a mess. I don't think so. You won't get away. I really feel like we won't. This has just been one of the longest chase sections in the history of video games. Oh god, now what's he sending at us? Arms? Not the Empire's giant robot arm mechanic thing. Let's not overstay our visit. We're out of here on the double. Right. Speaking of which, maybe we should be leaving. Oh, is it getting dark? Whoa! What is that? Something horrible's coming. Oh boy, we're not out of the water just yet. Hey, look, we can finally use Setzer. Oh gosh. Are the arms stealable? Okay, so Setzer's mechanic is slot machine. Look at that. Perfect diamonds on my first run. Seven flush. So yeah, his special gambler mechanic is gambling, and depending on what you get in the slot machine, you get different techniques. It's not the craziest thing, but it is fun. I like, oh, I should not have cast electricity on that. I'm gonna stick to normal attacks. It seems like casting electricity was a bad idea. Alright, come on, no whammies, no whammies. Let's go. Chocobo, 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 let's go. I'm pretty sure what you get out of... Oh my god, Chocobop. I'm pretty sure what you get out of that mechanic is determined the second you use it. Also, Setzer's already dead. He's learning his best from Locke, honestly. Oh, well that one's already dead. Tech barrier, okay. That's fine, I picked the best team for physical damage anyways. I don't need magic. I've got a katana, a drill, I mean like the drill's doing most of the damage. And we're done. Good job, Setzer. There we go. Setzer, you mind flying this like a normal human being? I'm worried about Terra. Let's return to Zozo. Terra? Who's that? I'll explain on the way about Terra, Espers, the Returners. Is she someone I can kidnap? Oh, thank God we don't have to go to the top of that building. We can just take an airship up there. We're all here. Terra. An Esper's reacting. Magicite.
Father? I remember it all. I was raised in the Esper's world.
What?
The Esper world.
Yep. That's the Esper world. I'm sorry, say that again. Oh, it's the Esper world. Oh, who's this guy we're playing as? Oh, I can't open the menu. Just a giant beast-looking dude. He runs really fast. Emergency! Something's coming through the gate! Esper world! Don't worry, I see you guys are a little confused. We're in the Esper world. If you couldn't tell because, the bushes are the Esper world. I just want to loot, but there's like no point. Hello, it's me, Esper Man. I don't even think you can come to this map outside of this cutscene anyway, so like... I appreciate that they did this, but my goblin instincts are kicking in. I want to loot everything.
Listen well and think clearly. What will you do?
Return together, of course.
I've learned from my favorite gambler / airship flyer, Setzer. This is what you do.
She's pretty weak. Better let her rest for a moment.
What are you, some kind of Esper? Did I hear there was a human here? Edwin, probably. Wandered in here by mistake.
You better do away with it. Humans and Espers are incompatible. Yeah, shove it up to the street. They talk about her like she's a pet.
Did I awaken you?
You're an Esper? What's that pendant for?
It's yours now. It helps protect the Esper world.
Esper world? Boy, did I take the low road or what?
The Esper folk are pretty upset, you being a human and all.
You're the one who saved me?
I am Madween. I tired of living in the human world. That world is filled with desire, greed, and loathing. It's highly infectious. Are humans and Espers truly so different?
So, I'm an example of the evil in this world, huh?
No, I mean, oh, what the hell?
Her name's Madonna. I'll return to my world tomorrow.
You'll need a guide.
Oh, I can already tell this is going to end wrong. He looks at the camera. He did The Office. He did an Office. Everything all right? What? The human's gone? A human girl made it all the way to the gate. It's this generation of humans knew about our abilities and decided they wanted to utilize our powers. It would be a total disaster.
What's wrong, Madween? Where is her? Girl! Return to me. If you don't want to return to your world, you may stay here.
But humans and Espers can never coexist.
How do we know for sure unless we observe for ourselves?
He's flying.
How do we know?
It's pretty magical,
Unless we... observe for ourselves?
And then the magic from the flying created a little Terra, and that's how it works. Baby. Small burrito child.
We've given her a name.
What?
It's Terra. Not bad, huh?
2 years later. Humans! The nexus between our worlds is opened again. The wind. So odd. Just like 2 years ago. It's the the Gestalian Empire. But something's different now. Troops have come seeking our magical power. Dang, he just punched a fairy. Bless it, they made it as far as the Elder's house.
Gestal. Aha, we finally found it. Those ancient writings told us of this world and described the awesome magical properties of these beasts. Grab them. Riches to any man who captures an Esper. Go!
There's a minion in Final Fantasy 14 that looks like Gestalt but as a doggy. Terra's alright.
We've no choice. We must do what we've been avoiding.
You mean the magic barrier?
Here's the plan. We'll cause a tempest that'll sweep all the nasty creatures out of our realm. Then we'll seal the gate. I'm the last of our kind able to cast this magical seal.
But in your state, you might just...
pass away, but at least we will finally be safe. Madonna.
I, for one, will not miss the other side. Damn, that's cold, Madonna.
Let's do it. We have no other choice.
Alright, let's go. Let's go cast that barrier.
This is all because of that human girl. Nonsense.
I'm sure she helped the others find us, but she's been in here for 2 years. Get a grip on yourself.
No, she's one of them. Soon she'll be wearing our hide.
Where'd she go? Madonna, no, you haven't written your hit single yet. Or whatever Madonna in the real world did. I don't know.
Where are you going? Ugh. Madonna's getting drawn into the next world. Impossible. It's too late. I've already begun casting the barrier. There's no turning back. That fool.
Madwin, you gotta save her.
Look what popped out. No! Not the magic vacuum!
Shriek? Shriek.
Just when were we were in reach of a veritable bonanza.
There he goes, bye-bye. Bye-bye, see ya. Madwin, I'm not their friend.
I understand that.
Thank you.
Can you make it back here?
Sure.
Baby, no! Terra! Madonna!
And Madwin also goes on a ride.
A human girl? Who is she? She's my baby now.
Please, take care of my baby.
Your girl? She's half human and half... How absolutely fascinating. Oh, ha, ha. She will help us realize our dream faster than we ever imagined. Baby. Baby, baby.
No!
Quiet, my dear.
Dang. He slapped her so hard.
We will own this world. Ha, ha, ha.
Well-timed mountain close. And we have Madwin, as a matter of fact, as an Esper. That was my father? I'm the product of an Esper and a human. That's where I got my powers. Now I understand. I finally feel I can begin to control this power of mine.
So Gestalt must have known the secret of the Esper's power back then. And those Espers at the facility were grabbed during that expedition.
That means Celeste's power came at the expense of an Esper.
They can't get away with this. We have to strike back.
What's happening in Narsh? Maybe we should head back that way.
The airship's ready.
Come on! Alrighty. By all means, take a turn at the wheel. Operating instructions, LNR, direction, up and down altitude. Oh my god. Airship time! We can now go anywhere. Press start button to view the world map. Hold the Y button down to move in all directions. LNR for high-speed turns. Okay. Setzer's been wounded this entire time. Let's go heal Setzer real quick. So now we have access to the airship. We can go do some exploring around the world map. There are a couple side quests to do, not too many right now. And of course we can change our party. Let me at the Empire. So I am going to immediately, like I said, I don't use Tara a whole lot. She can go in the party. Cyan is the lowest level, so he'll stay in the party. And we just got Setzer. I want to use Setzer. So I'm thinking this party will be an excursion led by Tara with Cyan and Setzer. Because we've used Locke for a bit. We've used Edgar for a bit. I guess let's continue to use Gao because it's funny. We'll have Gao in the party. Okay, as far as equipment goes, these guys probably all have nothing. Actually, here's what I'll do. Let's just unequip everyone not in the party right now. Because they're not in the party, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, you can see his weapon is playing cards. I cannot wait to use Setzer. He's already good. Give little guy some stuff. Okay, Espers-wise, I said I was going to give Tara Bismarck so she can learn those. And someone needs to learn Raise. I need somebody to learn Raise. What was it? Carbuncle? Cyan has Carbuncle. Okay, so that's good there. Berserk, Vanish, and Demi. No. Yeah, I guess I'll give him Shiva. Why not? And then little Gao can get... He can get Ifrit. Why not? Learn some fire magic. That seems about on par for the little beast monster. Okay, so they've got their gear. They've got their Espers. They're all set up for adventures. As far as side content goes, there is one thing we can look at before I wrap up for the night, provided I can get there fast enough. Let me just heal up real quick. Alrighty. So yeah, our goal is to go back to Narsh. However, there is the auction house. The auction house should be open now. That's something we can do. Also, you might remember there was that character, that Gestalian soldier we met. Okay, what is the... There we go. So that's to go up. And then that's hard turning. We met a Gestalian soldier over here at Mobliz. Let's go catch up with him. He was getting letters between him and his loved one. So it might be a good idea to see how he's doing. I don't know where his loved one is, but we can talk to her too. I just have to remember where... Oh wait, no, that's not the right place. That's Thamasa. We don't need to be in Thamasa yet. It is available to us. It's not important that we go to Thamasa right now, though. I'll save Thamasa for later. Mobliz is right here. Or Mobliz, depending on how you want to pronounce it. There we go, the Velt music. I could also actually take the time to teach Gao some spells. I feel like I should teach Gao some spells. It would be funny to have him learn some more beast attacks. Some of those things we've been fighting will pop up on the Velt now. Hello, soldier man. I'd like you to write her back, but I can't even pick up a pen. Well, we can. Do you want us to write her back? How am I... I feel like I'm missing something here. Should be able to write her back for him. I must be missing a step here. Okay. Maybe we just have to go out to the post office? I swear this is a side quest chain. It ends in a pretty good item. Postage Shimmerin is 500 GP. Okay, there we go. Send it. Cool. Okay. And then I think if we leave the town, do a battle, and come back, there'll be another letter. I'd like to do the soldier's letter side quest. You can get a cool item from it. So one last thing I'm going to do. We're going to drop Gao off with some monsters, and then we'll end the session for the night. Alright, Gao, you're going to have a whole weekend to learn something good. I hope you learn something good. And we're leaving him... no, I don't want to leave him with a Lobo. He already knows how to Lobo. We need to teach him something cool and strong. 30 GP. You can't even skip magic points here, which kind of stinks. I feel like the Velt would be a cool place because, like... I don't know. You can train Gao and also get some magic points. Aeronaid? Yeah, shoot, I'll take it. Unless he knows it. He does not. Okay. See ya, Gao. Okay. We've left our child with the monsters. We're going to save here. And that'll be it for Final Fantasy VI tonight. We made fantastic progress as always. We made it through Zozo, which I'm really happy with how well Zozo ended up. We didn't do the clock side quest. We can go back and do it. Now that we're a higher level, it wouldn't be too much of a drag to run through Zozo. We did, again, the Opera House. I love the Opera House. I love everything about that part of the game. It's really cool. We got our airship. We met Setzer. We went to the Empire. We took the fight to the Empire. And then, for some reason, Kefka was able to convince everybody that Celes is evil just by going, "Look, she's evil. I said so. I'm the clown." But all in all, yeah, it was fantastic. I had a blast. So tomorrow is Saturday. We'll be doing Hypnospace Outlaw. Tomorrow might be the finale for Hypnospace Outlaw. If it's not, then maybe I'll squeeze it in on Monday just to get it done. But I think we can finish Hypnospace Outlaw tomorrow. I'm really looking forward. Trennis! Yeah, it's time for the Trennis finals, in a manner of speaking. I hope you're all looking forward to it. But we won't be coming back to Final Fantasy VI until Monday. With that said, though, I hope you all have a fantastic night. Have a fantastic weekend. It's Friday. Go celebrate. Go crazy. Go to an opera. That's the craziest thing you could do ever, honestly. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. Good night, everybody.